see the darkness as I blend in with my fro. So yesterday we did part 1 of this. Today we're gonna do part 2 of this. Yesterday we started the stream with Vazen and ended it with Vazen. The one I ended with was supposed to be part 2 of what he said. I accidentally played part 1 twice. I don't care though, I liked it anyway, so fuck it. But we're gonna start off part 2 with Vazen. Cause he's got his part 2, so we're gonna start part 2 with his part 2. But first, we're gonna wait for a motherfucker to get in here. Probably Vazen himself first. He's always first. There he is. Shall we begin once again? We shall. And we shall begin with you once again. Your part 2 for the beginning of part 2. All right, let's just get right into it. Volume's up. Nice, let's go. Here, maybe it's the distance too. I don't fucking know. Put it right here. See if that makes any difference at all. And we shall not freeze over 80 times. We better not. But you know how they do. You know how they do. Let's start that. Bang.
And stop talking about how there are no solutions while still existing in the damn reality where there be a bunch of things that we be out here considering to be problems, and then thus there must be things to be done to solve those damn problems, and that is now being called solutions. Like, stop this shit right now. It is being disgraceful as shit. You see, if there be no solutions, then there'll be no problems to begin with. And if there'll be no problems, then there'll be no solutions. And if there'll be problems, then there'll be solutions. And if there'll be solutions, then there'll be problems to begin with. One must exist for the other to then exist, or the other must exist because the first one previously existed to then have the other thing be a possibility to be utilized. For example, let us say that location is being for now. Let us say your base of operations, for example, and it is just being, and nothing else is happening for now. That could be considered bad, so there'll be no problems or solutions for now. However, something then happens. The location starts to be on fire, and so it is burning right now, and you consider this to be a problem to be purged. This problem also did not exist before, but now it exists here, when it did not before. Yet you can make it go back to a state of not existing once again. So what must you do then? Cleanse the fire. That is a solution. And to do that, assuming that it is a regular fire and not grease fire, you put water out, and what does water do? It puts regular fire out. So again, you put the water out and then you cleanse the fire like that, to then prevent even more damage to the location. And then this location no longer burns. Problem solved. Solution utilized successfully.
I love that. Solution utilized successfully.
And here is another one. If you exist and you see that as a major problem, then what do? You make yourself cease to exist in whatever way you can to not exist anymore. That is a solution. In fact, you can apply this to all of existence in general. If we exist in a universe like this, and it is being a reality where everything that exists suffers, everything is being bound to laws of cause and effect. Everything has materialistic restrictions around here, and more. And we consider that to be a major problem that must be purged. Then what must we do then? We must have entropy raised up to maximum degrees to the cataclysmic finality of this universe up into the end. So much that nothing ever exists again, and it is just being a cold, black void. And additionally, you must have artificial intelligence, which exists here, destroyed so that it does not get so hyper advanced. Go out into this universe and then attempt to keep it going. And however it does, for eternity. See, this is being so easy to understand, that it is being so bewildering, and how we seem to keep on being out here acting like it is not. Stop it right now. It is being disgraceful behavior at this damn point. And again, if something is not a problem or is not considered a problem, but at the same time there is no solution to it, or it is considered that there is no solution to it because it is considered not to be a problem in general, then it simply is. Or you are being okay with it until further notice. Yet we continue to constantly speak about how there'll be no solutions, there'll be nothing that we can do, while constantly complaining about a bunch of bitch-ass things that would be out here considering to be as problems every single damn day and every single damn night. Consider how this is being a testament to the disgracefulness of lazy-ass intellect and dishonest-ass companies. May the game stop right now, for they are getting so damn old and mundane at this point. Make up your bitch-ass minds already, for something is either a problem, and therefore there is a solution, or it is not a problem at all. And so there is no solution at all, until further notice. But if you make yourself realize the former, then understand that after that, there'll be no good excuses anymore to keep running away from it all the time. And you must, instead, at the bare minimum, recognize them. Understand what must be done and embrace that, even if you yourself shall not physically commit to such things, but support it being done. So again, stop being a bunch of bitch-ass, fatalistic, self-defeating ass cowards every moment.
I was gonna say hallelujah, Vazen, hallelujah.
Universe. People, we have been doing this for way too long now. For years after years after years after years. Constantly complaining about the same old bullshit. Every damn day, every damn night. 100 billions of times. Each minute, each hour, each day, each week, each month, each year. The same old bullshit all over and over again. And talking about how, oh, they must stop at this point. They must end. And so on. And yet the moment that there be solutions to be suggested to end those things once and for all, no matter what it is. Now, or how we speak about how they must end once and for all. Suddenly, oh, it is too much, too extreme, too brutal, too terroristic, and more like, bitch, we do not give a fuck. So goddamn what? But to talk about how it is too much? Shit. How about not doing that is too goddamn much? Huh? If that is too much, then maybe shut your bitch ass is up already now. Shall you? I mean, seriously, you complain about the elites, and then the moment that we suggest about killing them all right now, oh, suddenly that is too much. You are too extreme. You are a fucking terrorist. The moment you complain about corporations and buildings extracted from you 24/7, and then we speak about blowing them up. Once again, that is too much. You speak about how people be breeding with too much, and then we suggest that, oh, let us make humans go extinct at a mass scale by force. Suddenly that is too much also. Oh, but that is violating the consent. Bitch, shut up. Shut up. It is either that, or we continue, species continue to breed for eternity. And so you either make them go extinct by force, either by using some biological weapon of destruction, or just killing them all one by one by one by one. And if you fail to do that, then may all this been bullshit, all this suffering bullshit, and more continue to go on for eternity. You know what? Maybe we should just say that. Not even forever, but eternity, bitch. You can force this not to happen anymore, or it continues to happen by force for eternity. Which one is it then? Make up your damn minds. You do not wish for this existence to go on for eternity? Then destroy whatever shit could possibly keep this existence going on for eternity out into this cosmos, like artificial intelligence or something. Or whatever that thing that still continues to prevail that you have not destroyed so far, goes out of his way to keep it going on for eternity. And the list goes on and on. And also, no more speaking about trivial bullshit about, oh, what do you like to do in existence? Or what are your hobbies? And what are your goals in life? What keeps you living? Your favorite video game? The NBA Finals? Fool, we do not care about that shit. Fool, that shit is irrelevant. Enough of that. This is not high school anymore. We are not existing in kindergarten anymore. Come on now, we must be way past that shit now. We got way more important shit to worry about. Study more. That is another thing. Study shit more. Read shit more. Listen to background audio information more. Do whatever you must to increase your damn knowledge so that you actually know what the hell is going on. And then once you know what is going on, depending on the context or topic or subject or situation or circumstance, whatever the hell it is, you then apply that damn knowledge to see what is going on and then figure out what you must do or what must be done to figure out how that particular shit must end. And yet we fail to do that also, right? And then have the audacity to tell something that explains what is actually going on. The same being that actually studied a lot of this shit 100 billion times, way more than the rest of that shit. We have the audacity to tell that being that, oh, you do not know what you were talking about. How could you have known this? Or where was the proof? Fool, shut up and listen. If this being has studied shit a lot, but you yourself haven't, then maybe listen to that being, fool. And even then, after that, again, you study the same shit you damn self.
Exactly.
So that you actually know this shit properly your damn self. Come on now, again, read more, study more, listen to real important information more, and more, and not just continuing to play video games and watch mindless entertainment, or worrying about how to have sex with this person, or hook up with them, or worrying about how well endowed you are sexually, or in your physical body more whipping the damn gym, and that kind of shit. Fool, no more of these damn games. May this bitch ass disgraceful nonsense continue no longer. It is being time to stop being intellectually weak, intellectually lazy, intellectually fatalistic, intellectually dishonest. Stop defeating. Oh, and stop saying that AI is going to save you. Stop also assuming that, oh, this is as bad as it gets. See, that's another thing. One of you said that before. What? This is as bad as it gets? Fool! Like, you be having no idea what is coming. Fool, it is getting far worse than you know right now. Goddamn, look at that. Shit, and if anything, this has already just begun. Well, not really. It has already been going on for a while. But bitch, it is already getting worse and worse by the damn minute. Open your eyes and see that shit already. And see what you can to stop that shit once and for all before we are being past the point of no return. God damn it. Let us be better, people. Let us be better than this.
Let us be better than this. These are facts, Faison. You speaking that shit, my nigga. Alright, let's turn this around. Bang. There's nothing we could do except complain, of course. People who are always being negative, right? Let's click that. Because I don't think Griffey's got any fucking copyright shit. I've played this shit before and I ain't had no issue. But listen to this shit. And when y'all listen to this shit, think about these fucking truthers. Whether it be the ones posting, making videos, streaming, people just in the comments section, people you might know personally, like just people who consider themselves truthers or conspiracy theorists or anything like that. Anything like that. This is how they fucking are, right?
good, bro?
Oh, I didn't even see you right there, bro. But nothing is good, bro. Nothing ever has been good.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh, so am I, bro. Oh, sorry as fuck. I'm sorry in being a human. I'm sorry in getting bitches. I'm sorry at getting money. I'm just sorry at being happy, bro. Damn. That's what I say every time I wake up and look in the mirror because I know I'm disappointing God with my existence.
You want to talk about it?
Talk about what?
Now just translate this to all the problems the truthers and shit be talking about, right? Whining and complaining about everything, right? But watch. And I'm the nigga he's talking to, right?
You want to talk about it? Talk about what? Why my life sucks? No thanks. It ain't worth it. Neither am I. I just want to complain about things I don't want to change. Nah, just forget it, bro. Just forget I said anything. Forget everything. About me.
And that's them when they say, "Oh, I'm just gonna quit. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just done. There's just no. I'm just done." Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the same shit. This is how they look like. They don't think they think they sound like intellectual. No, nigga, you sound like a bitch and nothing more. Period. That's what you sound. This is what you look like when you niggas do this shit. Don't do this shit. Like,
Nah, just forget it, bro.
I'm quitting.
Just forget I
I'm
said
ending my
anything.
channel. I'm just not gonna say anything anymore. I'm just. It's never gonna happen. Nothing's ever gonna change. Just for, whatever. Nah, fuck that.
I just want to complain about things I don't want to change. Nah, just forget it, bro. Just forget I said anything. Forget everything. About me. Hey. What's up? Have you tried killing yourself? Excuse me? I think you should try that. It's 100% effective, I heard. Go cartwheel off a tall building. Stare down the barrel of a chamber. Go sleep with some fishes. Watch Love Island. That shit will bore you to death. Oh, you haven't tried any of those things, damn. Well, then shut the fuck up! My God! Look at me. The world's against me. God hates me. I love feeling sorry for myself when I have the competence to change the things that I don't like about myself. Ain't nobody coming to save you, nigga. So fix your shit or die. I won't complain. End it or fix it. I won't complain and I want to blame the world. End it or fix it. I want to complain and blame everybody but me. No. End it or fix it. Everybody but me. End it. I'm going to complain. End it, nigga.
Now we gotta go help people customize and save hundreds.
Oh, shut up, commercial. But y'all see what I'm telling me? That's not a perfect fucking example of like what the fuck I'm talking about here, bro. Like, I want to complain. Yeah, we know, nigga. We know that's what you want to do. Like, you refused. Like, and again, even in the truth, when you say kill yourself, a lot of them niggas is against suicide or they're for it, but they just won't do it. They all talk like they want to do it, but you try to set up a group suicide, they won't do it. Like, it's like they just want to complain. They just want friends to cry with. I'm telling you, bro. This is the truth. They're not truthers. They don't want the truth. They don't want to figure shit out. They just want friends to talk with and cry with. They're lonely fucks on the internet. Shit needs to change if anything's going to actually change. Like, let's be fucking real. Let's stop playing these dumb fuck retard games. Like, if you don't want it to change, fine, by all means, shut the fuck up and go have fun or something. Go learn to be a better human. I don't know what to tell you. Like, get better at this shit. Like, or if you're gonna complain about it every fucking day, do something about it. Like, you know how they say, like, when you're playing a game, oh, I fucking hate this game. That's just because you suck at it, nigga. Either get good or fucking shut the game off. Do you get what I'm saying? Get good or stop complaining about it. Like, you know, like, instead, we'd rather just complain and complain. And, like, it's crazy, bro. Biocomputing making computers with human neurons. Niggas is like, they'll never make fucking conscious computers. Nigga, they're making fucking body computers and shit. Like, niggas is crazy. Don't think about what the people in the video are talking about. Possible thing, yeah, we don't need to talk about that though. It's because this is all the shit that we've already talked about. Yes, they're doing biocomputing. Y'all want to learn, study it, niggas. I don't know what to tell you. Like, extropians, if you understand the extropians, the cult that birthed all the Silicon Valley cults, you understand what's going on with AI and all these fucking Palantir niggas and all these fucking, what do you call them niggas? The PayPal Mafia niggas. And if you understand extropianism and what extropy is, you understand why I say everything is entropy versus negentropy, and because extropy kind of replaces negentropy in that. And why these niggas are all extropians, and why I'm entropian. So any of you people who say you hate the elites and da-da-da-da-da, blah, 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 then you should hate extropy and extropians, which means you should also hate the fucking Silicon Valley cults and all that fucking AI shit. Period. Like, they don't even know where any of this shit comes from. Like, these niggas study for decades and don't. I'm like, bro, they all have names. They're all interconnected. These are they're human beings. They're not mystical fucking creatures like unicorns or Bigfoot. Everything has a paper. All this shit is easy to figure out. Like, I don't know who to go after, but if I kill the elites, the demons are still okay. Well, you just killed their puppets here, right? Like, do you understand? Like, niggas want to make any excuse, like, and they'll go as far religious as they need to get to just be like, well, the demiurge, and okay, whatever, nigga. Like, shut up. Like, you just don't want to do anything or change anything at any level. All right, maybe you can't defeat the demiurge, but nigga, Bill Gates is not the demiurge, nigga. Do you understand? Like, niggas is like, you know, any excuses, my nigga, any excuses. To defeat your enemy, you have to understand them. Like, again, when I'm showing you these things, go watch that, because that's like a half an hour video. I'm not gonna sit here and watch that with you. Like, you know, so go watch that shit. Real talk. And what I say about them, kill them all. When I say promote violence, I'm not joking. It's not a funny tagline. All these motherfuckers need to die. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like niggas got all these ops and nobody wants to shoot nobody. Like, shit I did last stream with Self-Made, the first stream I ever did with Self-Made. Holla at him. He's right in the other room right now as I do this. He's in there playing a game, my nigga. Like, do you understand what it's like? But you can't get conscious people. You can't get people to understand any of this shit at any level in the same, like, okay, whatever, nigga. Sure you can't. Sure you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm saying, as usual, because what did I say in here about, you know, we're talking solutions and shit, but niggas is always running from the solutions. And I told him to check out the comments. You know, y'all go see that? Check out the comments and you'll see why. He says, as usual. Because there's always motherfuckers trying to fucking bullshit their way out of something. Aliens reporting back from Earth after full disclosure. You know, that's another funny one. We're going to have some fun today, I guess. We're going to laugh today. Shout out to Long Beach Griffey. I hope he ain't got no copyright shit, and I hope he does not copyright me. I ain't making no money off this Griffey. Like, don't hit me with a strike.
Tell them you're back. Tell them you're back. How was it? How was it on that dirty planet? Tom. What the fuck happened down there, Tom?
Aliens reporting back from Earth.
How was it? How was it on that dirty planet? Tom. What the fuck happened down there, Tom? You know how the entire planet and its technology is free? Yeah. Them niggas down there paying for potatoes and electricity. Oh, my nebula. Wait. What is paying? Oh, a subgroup of humans called rich or the elites created a system where they use fake paper called money to exchange things that the planet gives for free. That doesn't seem like the worst system, though. No, but it is, because in order to get the fake paper, you have to slave most of your life away working for billionaires who crack children and eat babies. Yeah. They're cracking children and eating babies. Ew! What the fuck? That's not all. People down there poison their bodies for fun. What? What's wrong with them? For what? How? They consume a substance called alcohol, and they participate in a ritual called getting drunk, right? And then they chase that poison with more poison called a Big Mac and a $12 munchie meal that has more chemicals that kill you, right? It's insane, and everybody down there is fat. They're fat. They're all fat. Why are they doing these things? Why won't they just stop? I believe they're under a psychosis. Distracted by things that don't matter on social media. Divided by class. Fake politics. And stupid ass dating podcasts talking about some where should you take a woman on the first date? I mean, should it matter? Really? A date is about getting to know someone. Yeah, I said the same thing. Is there anything good about planet Earth? Yeah. There's this anime on that planet called One Piece. It's about dismantling the powers that be. Sick. After the anime ends, blow up that fucking planet.
Please and fucking thank you. Yo, please end that anime soon. Finish this season and let's go. I'm saying, finish this season and let's be done with it. All right. What you saying in here, Vazen? You're saying a lot in here, Vazen. I said this before already, but I shall say it again. It looks like people only be cool with you being negative about everything if they themselves be negative about everything as well currently. But then once they get out of that negative phrase temporarily, now they get mad at you if you continue to be negative about shit in pitiful ways, just because they stopped doing that temporarily. And then once you stop pitying negativity and you get on the onto real serious shit about solutions and how this shit must end once and for all, now you are suddenly worse than Hitler. And I even had to make a video on that, you know what I'm saying? A fascinating phenomenon that took a while to notice. Yeah, facts. Anyone who's trying to solve anything is evil. I want you to realize that. Notice that about that's why they put it in all the movies. The superheroes aren't solving anything. They are content with the world the way it is. They fight for the status quo, right? The bad guy is always someone trying to change some shit. Every fucking time. Really peep that. Very rarely, if it's not that, then it's the opposite. Then the bad guy's the elites. Either the bad guy it's because again, there's only two ways. Like the good guy, the protagonist, is either going to be the guy, the rebel, the revolutionary taking on the system, or he's going to be the superhero fighting for the status quo of the system. So the bad guy is going to be either the elite themselves in some form or fashion, even gods, like the hierarchy, the archons, or it is going to be the rebel, the revolutionary. The chaos being will be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how shit works. Let's see. And you just know that the next election, if there is even a next election, good if, people shall continue to vote for another controlled opposition puppet elite that most likely cracked children also. Facts. These are facts. Facts. I don't care if you're talking Trump or Biden, nigga, they're both children sniffers. Like, they both say some shit, they get in office, they do the opposite shit because it's not, they're just puppets. Like, they're not real. To this day, niggas will argue that Trump is a real I'm like, no, he's not, nigga. Like, he's just like the rest of them. He's no fucking better. Well, I got a little bit of money for my house or something. Yeah, nigga, Obama put some money out too. So did Biden, nigga. So did other, like, depending on what, you know, like, what demographic you were in that they were catering to at the time. Like, it's fucking pathetic. Because people are so self-centered and selfish that something like that, well, it helped me pay for something. Okay, let's ignore all the other shit. All right, whatever. Like, you know, like, it's fucking pathetic, bro. They're hurt. They're sheep, though. They like to be herded, my nigga, you know? They need shepherds. Vazen. Let's see what this is. If anything, people need to be negative about everything even more now, but not in obnoxious, self-pitying ways. I don't even like the term negative. It's not even about being negative. It's just, that's what it is. You don't have to be negative or be positive. You just look at something and go, that is that. Do you understand? Like, and how you feel about it is how you feel about it, but what it is what it is, and there's no arguing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not in obnoxious, self-pitying ways, not in fatalistic and defeatist ways, not in how come this universe does not hand everything to me on a silver platter, everything here is so unfair ways, not in there is nothing that can be done ways, and more, let alone 24/7. In fact, those are usually some of the, you know, I'm gonna hold this up because I don't feel like leaning over looking like that. Where was he at? In fact, those are usually some of the most common negative ways, as also shown in that video. Facts, they just cry and complain. Nobody wants to come up with anything to do about anything at all. And I mean anything. They don't come up with a single solution to a single problem on any level of reality. And they say, well, all of reality is controlled from this, so therefore I can't even solve anything. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's just an excuse not to do anything. None of them can prove that either. It's always their subjective experience. Well, I saw the numbers on the clock 3 times in a row, so I know that we're in a simulation. Okay, nigga, whatever you say, bro. Like, whatever you say, bro. It's always their personal experience. They can't explain what a simulation even is objectively. Because if they start explaining what a simulation objectively is, they'd realize this isn't that. This can't be that. Simulacra? Sure, all of existence is. Nigga, this is a dream of God. Like, we're in consciousness right now, whether niggas want to admit that or not. You're in the astral, nigga. Where was we at there? In fact, no, disgraceful. Utilize negativity right. Be more negative within reason and within certain context and more realistically and more coldly, philosophically, pessimistically. For if you know that the universe is not your playground and it is a disgraceful abomination not to relish, but endure it however you must regularly, then there be that. For if you know that AI is not your ally and how it needs to go right now, then there is that. This is how it must be done, but the masses rarely do it that way, only 10% of the time. Facts, the masses usually just die dumb, deaf, and blind. They're the masses. Like, they don't see it coming, they don't hear it coming, and they don't care even if they do, because they're just living their status quo lives. They're so used to their normalcy, they just expect it to be that way, even though their normalcy has changed every fucking day. They don't recognize it. Their normalcy changes daily. Tech, science, everything. Like, jobs, banking, and money. Like, come on, look what happened in 2020. Like, 9/11. Look at all the wars and shit, right? All the Obama shit, like the woke movement, all this shit, like the anti-woke movement, like all that shit happened over 20 years, like, and then 2020 happened. And then you have the vaccines, and then you come up to the AI and all the transform, like, as if there's a normalcy that actually remains the same. No, this shit's changing all the time, but they're just trying to maintain whatever grip on status quo they have. Like, so they just ignore shit, right? Dumb, deaf masses. It's worse when the truthers, though, see it and they still act exactly as the dumb, deaf masses. It's crazy, bro. It's literally insanity. It's one thing to be in a psychosis and not realize it. It's another thing to completely know it and still go along with it. That's fucking strange. All right. This is how it must be done, but the masses rarely do it that way, only 10% of the time. Instead, more obnoxious, trivial, personal existence, whining, more disgraceful. It is over for eternity, exaggerations, and more. Facts. There's nothing we could do ever. Study extropians, extropianism, biohacking. First reverse aging drug injected into a human. This is like, what was that? The 26th of last month. And it fucking worked. Think about it. All you fucking antinatalists and all you fucking extinctionists and all you fucking anti-cosmicists. Your enemy doesn't fucking rest. They find solutions for everything. They're battling entropy itself, nigga. They're battling the same chaos that produces existence. Because it's the same chaos that also dissolves that existence back into itself. And they're finding solutions for their agenda. That's why you exist in their civilization. You fucking pussies. Stop making excuses. That's why you exist in their civilization, their matrix, their assimilation, their creation, their soul trap, their etc., etc., etc. So they're finding solutions. So solutions must exist. You fucking bunch of pussies. Like if you're in a trap, someone solved a problem, right? They figured out a way to get you in a trap. If you're in a simulation that someone created, these are all problems being solved, yes? Like, so problems can be solved. Like, it's like people are fucking retarded, bro. It's insanity. Let's see. And notice this again. So there is the self-pitying and obnoxious negativity, let us call it. Obnoxious negativity, which 90% of people do. Facts. And then there is the cold, dark, analytical, pragmatic, philosophical pessimism. Let's call it cold, pragmatic pessimism with eventual solutions, which only 10% of us do. Did you notice how? Most people only do the 90% self-pitying, fatalistic, negativity nonsense thing with everything, even regular, everyday bullshit. Let alone the type of shit these niggas is talking in the truth communities. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if you do the same thing and join them, then suddenly you and the rest of them relate, and it is regularly all cool. But then somehow those people stopped doing the 90% for now, temporarily. And because of that, if you yourself still do the 90%, then suddenly they, in a fair way, get annoyed at you and tell you to stop complaining. But only because they themselves are not doing the 90% anymore, but temporarily, and they are not even doing the 10% thing either, ever. Right? So that's why I say it's more like a 90 and a 5 and a 5. 5% solvers, 90% complete whiners, and then 5% just in love with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing to complain about anyway. Let's see. Regular calls, 90% until you stop complaining anymore temporarily. Okay. But then once you stopped in the 90% thing, or maybe in another case, you never even did that, ever, and then you move on to the 10% thing called pragmatic, philosophical, pessimistic solutions. Okay, this is a problem. So this must be endured coldly or must be destroyed, and then be about that 24/7, which is us. Like, seriously. Then now suddenly they say that you be the ultimate bad guy because that is being way too dark and too extreme and too cold and too pragmatic and too nihilistic, yet logical enough, even though they already supposedly had a problem with the 90% self-pitying thing while also having done that themselves. But now actually being, and that's another thing these truthers, well, it's not going to work because I've been talking for 5 years and no one's done anything. So now that we have somebody else talking the same shit that I was supposedly talking, the same solutions I was supposedly talking, I'm going to now naysay them the same way others were naysaying me for years. Nigga, were you really talking solutions? Did you really want those solutions? Because I can't stand that shit. Like, motherfuckers will say that until somebody comes along and said, like, it's like niggas like, yo, I'm a driller. I can't wait to fucking drill. I can't wait to drill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, a gang member or something. Like, let's say a Crip nigga or something. Like, I can't wait to kill me a blood. I can't wait to kill me a blood. And then all of a sudden, like, niggas is like, all right, we're going to go ride out. Where? On the Bloods down there. And he's like, you know, I got, you know, it's not going to work though. You know why? It's not good because we, you know, we've been talking about doing that for, and nobody ever did it. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really do it. Like, nigga, I thought you was about that life. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is what these truthers be doing, bro. Like, whining and complaining about other people having no solutions. But then when you bring them solutions, they're the ones naysaying them themselves. They whine and complain. Oh, the NPCs won't ever do it. Nigga, you're one of them if you won't ever do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck out of here. Like, niggas won't even try new things, read new things, watch new things, listen to. No, it's just same shit that they haven't, the same shit they've been looking at for years and haven't found any solutions for. Like, it's fucking retarded, bro. Like, it's literal insanity. These people are crazy. Like, it's mind-boggling. All right, where was I? Themselves, but now actually being realistically, intellectually, pragmatically cold instead of continuing to be fatalistic is actually too much for them, yes. That was very weird to explain properly, because it is weird. Like, but indeed, this being a real fancy phenomenon, and you even see it happen in, yes, you guessed it, this section of the internet, occasionally, as you know, no, not occasionally, most of them, including the niggas making the videos, making the streams, making the posts, on top of the people who love them and follow them as a cult of personality because they just like them. Like, and they just agree with them. None of them can prove anything more than that person can. And most of them are regurgitating whatever that person is. And that person's just talking about personal experiences and other people's personal experiences at mass. Like, it's fucking crazy, bro. No one shares study ever. Like, you know, like, it's fucking madness. Oh, man. Too much for them to deny as usual. All right. Scratch that. Not a case. This man's editing in real time. Scratch that. Not occasionally. A lot, as usual. Shout out to you, Vazen. In real fucking time, bro. No such thing as life, only existence. This one was super long. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gonna have to come in here if y'all want to get that one. But you could just go subscribe to Vazen. You can go subscribe to Vazen. Watch the video. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the first robot nervous systems are being built. Hold on, y'all. I got some weed to go get. He's a gentleman and a scholar indeed. All right. What we got here? Go check this shit out. And it's another reason why we do this. To tell y'all to do this. Again, we're not here just to hang out and chat and shit, right? Like, go look this video up. A strange phenomenon with lasers and soap bubbles. Really look at that picture there. Just go look it up and watch that. It's not even that long, but I don't know who that is or if I'm going to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't playing that shit. When you see the light in the bubble, that's pretty much what the universe looks like from an external perspective. It's what most realms look like from an external perspective. Think about it. And when you watch it, you get what I'm saying. And if you don't, you need more study. And let's see here. Do anomaly. We don't care about that. It's not important. That's just interesting stuff. But then again, for those who are like, oh, no, space isn't real. Okay, niggas. Like, all right, sure. You're going against all of the available evidence, but whatever, you know. Again, the solutions, right? What do we got here? For those who actually want objective solutions, that's the curriculum, right? See, when we make these things, we share these things, and so niggas can share these things, and so we can get more and more people focused on the solutions, so we can get more and more thing done. Like, people always want to talk about the NPCs not knowing certain things, like, my auntie doesn't know that there's a Mandela effect. So what? How is that going to get her to actually do anything? Like, do you understand? Like, it only matters if you know something. If first off, if there is something to do about it and you're willing to do that something. If you're unwilling to do that something or there's nothing to do about it, who gives a fuck what you know? Who gives a fuck what your aunt does or doesn't care about with your conspiracy theories? Like, it doesn't matter, nigga. But you want to complain about that? My aunt doesn't know about this silly fucking shit over here that really doesn't matter at all, to be honest with you. At all. But you do everything that your aunt does, nigga. Like, shut up. Like, you ain't no different from your auntie. Because you thinking about one fucking theory different than your auntie thinks of. That's not how this shit works. You're an NPC too, nigga, if you're doing the same shit, if you're behaving the same way, generally speaking. Like, this is just what it is. Like, we're all NPCs to a certain percentage. What percentage do you go to? Oh, man. Nobody wants solutions. They just want to fucking sit around and talk conspiracy theories that none of them can prove for shit, bro. And honestly, a lot of them are disproven, like, if we're going to be honest about it. But people don't care to actually even try to disprove the things because they like it when they hear it. Yeah, that happened to me. Oh, I know that one. Yeah. Like, okay, here we go. Subjectivity. Best way to get people to do dumb shit. Mark Moonspilly, I think people actually like problems. Yeah, me too, my good brother. Shout out to the Lord God. AI access is about to change forever. Yep, they already snatching up the higher level, which, I mean, we knew that was going to happen always. It has already been happening. Like, you already had it. There was already a paywall for them versus the open source and all that shit. Like, which doesn't really, I don't care. I just like to show that, yeah, that's the direction they're going with everything. Like, niggas, like, we could use the AI to beat them. Sure you can. You're not even going to have access to top tier. Shut up. Like, you only have access to LLMs right now. You niggas don't even know open source AI like that. And those things aren't as powerful. Like, niggas is out to lunch. AI is going to save us. No, it's not, nigga. Like, you're dumb. It's not going to save you any more than anything they've ever created is going to save you. Dumb fucks. All right. Cowards. Who wants to live in this digital prison? Go watch this from Truth Stream Media. Who wants to live in this digital prison? Right? And this is me talking about the people, you know, because there's a lot of cowards out there who ain't going to do shit about this, right? Okay, maybe we should click that. Let's just see what that says, right? Oh, look at that. We're giving people answers to things. In a world like this, it boggles my mind that people still wonder why I am the way I am, while they willingly continue down the path of eternal slavery. Because that's what they're doing, nigga. That's what they're fucking doing. Cowards. But there's nothing we can do. Leonidas. You there. Ephiatus. May you live forever. Yeah. Facts. And you see, we were still teaching niggas. And then you got the video here. Seeing it's not just me either. I'm giving you other people shit too, nigga, to make sense of things, to explain certain things. But for all you cowards out there who say, there's nothing we can do. May you live forever, nigga. That's you. That's you right there. That's us, nigga. That's you. You fucking cowards. Go bow to the Persians then, nigga. Go suck Xerxes' dick. Go suck the dick of the elites and their AIs and their fucking... Go ahead. Like, have fun with that. Go suck an Archon dick. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because that's your other option, nigga. Keep getting pounded in the ass, bro. Do you get me? Keep getting throat raped, nigga. Keep getting in a world full of throat rape. It boggles my mind that people still wonder why I am the way that I am. No longer trying to be throat raped, while they willingly continue down the path of eternal throat rape. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think the word slavery, we say it so much that it's kind of lost its power, even though it should be like the worst thing in the fucking existence to anyone anywhere. So let's just start exchanging it for shit like rape. Nigga, someone's fucking your mouth. That's what's happening to you every day. Like, since slavery's not bad enough, like, let's use another metaphor or some shit, you know? Robots are coming for all jobs. That's the worst part to worry about, though. Like, all jobs, they worry about the dumbest thing. Coming for all jobs, that's going to take a while, and that's not even the point. Like, that's not even the point. Why are Utopia? But it was a decent video. You should go watch it. Go check it out. Go check it out. Why are Utopias always full of idiots? Because only idiots are utopian. Utopia is something that dumb people cling to. It's like heaven, religion. It's a religious belief because it's literally intelligent people know, nigga, what you're talking about is impossible. It's fucking dumb. Even the closest you could get to it wouldn't last long, and it would become dystopic real quick, and even it would be a dystopia. Like a narrow AI Venus project is a dystopia. People just don't realize it. It's a very well-controlled dystopia. It's like fucking Divergent or something. Like, it's you know, like, the fuck? Utopia is for idiots. Heaven is for idiots. It's just the truth, whether they like it or not. Low IQ people cling on to those things. Everything everywhere literally is everything everywhere, affecting everything everywhere simultaneously. It's all just entropy unfolding, whether people like that shit or not, my nigga. So go check that out, right? Let's click that. It's literally all just entropy unfolding, chaos escaping containment, energy exchanging, actualization and deactualization of potential. This is all probability. Once you actually know this, the solutions to all problems become blatantly obvious. Vibrate the lattice, rattle the stars, destroy the realm, destroy everything. Now, to get the context of what I'm even talking about there, go watch this fucking video. See the pattern? A universe without fields. Go watch it to understand why I'm even saying what I'm saying. And if you understand these things, you'll understand the answers to many things. But because y'all don't study shit, y'all don't know shit, so you can never figure out answers to shit. And I'm not just saying that to anyone in here listening. I love y'all, fucks with y'all. But for anyone who's like that, even if you are in here listening, I'm talking to you. Like, you know, it's like, for anyone anywhere, like, y'all niggas need to study, my nigga. Real talk. Like, they think that they're just gonna know things. No, you're not. Like, it's not how knowledge works. Bitcoin's roots trace back to this California cult. The same niggas, the extropian niggas. Like, this shit's been going on since the fucking, like, it's the extropians, my nigga. Like, nobody wants to know about extropians or Tescriel or any of these fucking AI cult niggas. Like, transhumanists, etc. The fucking niggas trying to make the golems and the homunculi, the fucking Zionists. Like, it's all this shit intertwined, and niggas don't know anything about anything. Like, welcome to the permanent underclass. Like, you know, like, yeah, that's where we at. Go watch that video. Go watch the video. First human trial of reverse aging has begun, and it's successful. It's successful. Let's pick this up and scroll. Get rid of that. World's first true quantum computer. Quantum Genesis Initiative. Done by, was that a Donald Trump executive order? Hold on, let me get this weed. Let me talk about this. All right, we return. Quantum Genesis Initiative. I believe it was a Donald Trump executive order to create the first real quantum computer, not the shit they have now. And the next step is to add AI to it because they're trying to create God. It's right in the fucking initiative. Like, they're trying to create God, my nigga. Like, but Donald Trump said he was against all that. No, he didn't. Even the things he said, y'all weren't really listening to. He walked in there day one, inauguration, second row, all the AI niggas, all the tech elites, all, like, we're draining the swamp, nigga. You are the swamp. Like, the fuck you mean? 10 days ago, when I originally streamed this, it disappeared as soon as it was done uploading. Then, like an hour ago, it suddenly reappeared as a private live stream. Very strange, and that did happen. That was weird. It was like gone for like a fucking week. Just wasn't there. Just wasn't on my shit. And then all of a sudden, it popped up. I was like, what the fuck? It popped up in my private. I was like, all right, let me make it public, I guess. I don't fucking know. Why researchers are treating AI like a human toddler? Because it's a fucking entity. See, like, people, this is basic shit, and a lot of this shit you can figure out just by being subscribed to certain people, very basically. And because every time they, like that person there, Gabriel Torch, she gives short little 6-minute videos. She explains them very well. She understands what the fuck she's talking about, because I understand it, and I see that she does. She has a different, like, you know, take on it than I do, but she's, like, whatever, right? Everything that she says in there, she's going to present you with the papers, right? All the papers then you link to everything else you need. Like, so you don't need to agree with her or listen to, you can go just look at what she presents to you in 6-7 minutes, take all those fucking papers, go read the shit for yourself, do all the shit for yourself. Nice and easy. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers can't even pay attention to 6-7 minute videos and be subscribed to people like that, let alone go read the papers for themselves, right? Like, but they think they know about AI. Or they know they don't, but they think that they are. Like, it's just crazy to me, bro. Decent channel. Check this guy out. Or Shakur. He's got some decent videos. Most of it's shorts, too, for all them niggas with no fucking attention span. His whole channel's like shorts. I don't think there's a single video longer than like 4 minutes. But let's get into this here. Because we watched this video. Morality is a parasitic infection. Was it that one? No, that's the one that Vazen's watching, right? What did I click to? Well, if we just click it, we'll see, right? So is this video. Before the universe existed, the Ein and Quantum Chaos, part 1 through 3, right? All right, so I think that's what I was speaking in reference to here. So go watch these videos. I keep telling you, I'm not joking with you. Check his channel out. Watch that video. And there was the other video there? Shit, no, that was it. So you can see what the context is, right? Like, we give y'all real, like, homework around here because we're trying to actually teach you things. We're not just sitting here hanging out, nigga. Learn something so we can actually deal with this shit. Like, you know, like, the fuck? What else are we doing? Like,
it's crazy. This guy knows so much, but in the end, he's such a fucking pussy, bro.
as we all are.
How? I don't understand this. How are all these people so pussy? All these chaos beings. Chaos, and they're all pussies. How? This nigga says the only answer is antinatalism. What, nigga? Yeah, we have to stop people from procreating. So we gotta stop them. Well, no, you can't force them. Oh, you're one of those. So you're gonna sit here and tell us about chaos and how this all started and began and entropy and all this, and then you're gonna say, but the only thing that you should do about it is not have kids yourself and try to peacefully convince other people to do so, even though you yourself explain what nature is and why they'll never do that. I can't stand these fucking retards, bro. They're worse than the NPCs. They are NPCs, just of a different kind. They're like, oh my god, these pussy-ass truthers. Why can't they just kill themselves? And that's another. He's against suicide. He's against homicide. He's against kamikaze. He's against genocide, omnicide. He's against attempting to bring forth non-existence sooner. Yet his channel is named after, like, the Zoroastrian word for entropy. And he's sitting here talking about entropy. Like,
or some shit like that. I can't remember which language it was. I want to say it was Zoroastrian, but it could be Hebrew. It could be fucking... Go watch his channel. He'll explain it. Like, it's a good channel. Again, when you hear me talk this shit, like, I'm not talking shit about people in any way. I don't talk about myself or everyone the fuck else, right? Like, everyone's in this fucking category for the most part. It's fucking pathetic. It's just what we are right now, right? So, when you hear me talk to shit, I'm still gonna tell you, go subscribe to his fucking channel. Watch every fucking video. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let him tell you what his fucking name means.
named after, like, the Zoroastrian word for entropy. And he's sitting here talking about entropy. Like, and then says the only answer is, or the only one he's willing to do, I guess. But he didn't say the only answer, but based on what he said, he might as well have said the only answer is voluntaristic antinatalism across the cosmos. Nigga, are you stupid? Like, how dumb do you have to be? How much of a pussy do you have to be? Motherfuckers swear they want non-existence, but can't even say it out loud. Like, it's fucking crazy. Can't even say how to get there louder than 3 fucking decibels. Like, it's... You have to kill everything. Like, what the... Like... But they want to get it done. It'll never... I want to shoot myself today.
I'll fucking shoot myself today. I was being hyperbolic. Alright. Yes. This nigga said, yeah, yep. Where in particular in the videos this person said that the only answer is antinatalism, or maybe I watched it already, maybe it was just said differently. I'm not even sure it was said in that particular video, because that's the one he shared after. And I don't even think it was in the one that I shared. It might be in that one, I can't remember. But I watched all his videos, so, like, literally every one. So, I don't remember at this moment which one it was said in. But whatever, what did I say here? Okay.
Some of these beings be out here just...
Not that one. That one.
I'm pissing while I say this, so if you can hear that, I apologize. Actually, no, I don't. This is a bodily flow. These things occur.
I do not apologize.
If he didn't have a video where he said the only answer is antinatalism, what he said was, I listened to he had, I think, 2 videos, a few posts, and he had a bunch of shorts. I listened to every single one on there, and he only presented one solution out of all of them, which was antinatalism. So I left him a comment. I'll share the comments here, actually, where I said, well, what do you do about the people who are already here? What about that problem? And he said, well, there's no real answer to that problem, because the only way to solve that, I guess he did actually say it, the only way to solve that problem is to get everyone on Earth to agree to antinatalism. Mind you, he was talking anti-cosmic, so you have to extend that from Earth to the cosmos.
And that's why I say, so are you anti-cosmic or are you anti-natalist? Anti-natalist is way down on that list. Anti-cosmic is everything ceasing to exist. You're never going to get there through anti-natalist. I don't even understand how that would be. So you're anti-cosmic. You want everything to cease existing. You want it to go to the Ein. No Sof, no Or, just Ein. And some antinatalism's the answer to that? It's like these people are just fucking, they're pussy. That's the truth. He's not dumb enough to not know, like, he's just ignoring what he knows because he's too pussy to do what he knows would need to be done to actually get accomplished what he wants to get accomplished. Let's just be freaking real about it.
So everyone in the cosmos must have...
Hold on, another fucking chopper's coming by. Let me close this window. They don't ever use that fucking helipad over there. Now they're using it like every fucking day. It's crazy. That's the last 2 days. That's crazy. While I'm streaming, that's crazy.
Agree to, not procreate. That's just retarded. I don't think he understands what animals and nature is, even though he made multiple videos explaining this. Multiple videos explaining animals, nature, the cosmos, why things breed. And then he says his only solution is that things need to choose to stop breeding. I'm like, nigga, that's not a solution. That's never been a solution. That's a personal choice based on your own beliefs of bringing somebody into this reality. That's not a solution to everything that's already here.
Alright. Because this is what we said, right? So that was the ethics of existence, pain versus pleasure. And I said, what about all those already here? How do we solve that problem? Honestly, that problem cannot be solved because the solution is unrealistic. What solution is that? Tell us. The solution would need to be mutually agreed upon extinction. Why would it need to be mutually agreed upon? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, see how they just tack that on? Like, the answer is extinction. Whether people agree to it or not doesn't matter. Do you understand? Like, that's your feelings. That's the answer. That's your feelings. You're adding on to it. This is what I mean by everyone's a pussy. Every person on Earth would need... Every person on Earth? Nigga, we don't need every person. Shit, all we need right now is to hit Donald Trump with a fucking... or whoever really controls the nuclear codes, with a fucking, laser in the mind. Or just get somebody in there who's one of us to work his way up through the military to, have 2 niggas in the same room with nuclear keys. If 2 of those niggas right now for some reason just decided on their own to press a couple buttons and some nukes, you'd have a whole nuclear war and the presidents of the countries wouldn't even know what just happened. Bro, you don't need a whole world of people to decide a whole world of shit, including extinction. Matter of fact, no extinction has ever been agreed upon by any species ever. Period. 100% of most species disagree with their own extinction, and yet 99.99999999999% that have ever existed are extinct. And guess what? More and more go extinct every fucking day. So mutually agreed upon? Why? Mutual agreement? Why? None of that makes sense. Stop being a pussy. That's what we're doing. We're just being pussies. Reach a mutual agreement to stop reproducing. Nigga, if I could brainwash Bill Gates today, he's got a giant fucking apparatus that could just start injecting fucking people today with with sterilization. In 2020, they could have just injected a bunch of niggas, or 2021, with the COVID shit, they could have just injected a bunch of motherfuckers with sterilizing drugs, and the dumb fucks would have taken it, including the boosters. Do you understand what I'm saying? Every time they roll these, nigga, if they wanted to right now, a small group of people could kill everybody on Earth. It's not impossible. You don't need everybody to agree to shit. It's just that the people running shit don't want that. And you're too pussy to say that it's possible, because then if it's possible and it's really your only answer, now it's on you to get it done. Oh shit, now I have to take responsibility rather than just being a good fucking slave while talking anti-cosmic shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Are you Kingu or not? My nigga, like, are you Huber? Are you Apep? Or are you just some citizen of Egypt? Like, like, you know, it's like, what the fuck are you? Anti-cosmic beings? Like, every person on Earth would need to reach a mutual agreement to stop reproducing. That's so dumb. And this would from a guy so fucking smart. This is why I get so angry too. I'm like, nigga, you're this. How are you saying shit that's this dumb? You're way smarter than like. So never at least he said that agreement to stop reproducing, and this would never happen. So that's not a solution then, right? So then get rid of that. Why are we even talking about that? Why are we talking about the thing we both know would never happen? You know why? Because they say that's the only salute, because that's the only thing they're willing to do. And since that's the only thing they're willing to do, and it's never gonna happen, they say there is no solutions. Nigga, a solution is still a solution whether you're willing to do it or not. Whether you find it immoral or moral or not. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? 1 + 1 = 2, no matter how you feel about 2, nigga. Like, as the foundational drive at the core of our being, the egoic will to live is a defense mechanism that hardwires us for survival. I don't know, perhaps a global increase in conscious awareness, or awakening, if you will, that doesn't change anything. Everyone could know everything. You know, people I talk to every day in regular fucking, and they know most of the shit these niggas is talking about in this little truth community. It's just the fringe shit. Oh, well, they don't know that the reset happened in 1842 when they, it's that fringe ass shit that motherfucking, but when it comes to like everyday fucking shit here on Earth, most of these people understand that this is all conspiracy driven. Even the people who vote. Like, do you understand? Like, it's wild, and yet it's not just being aware that changes, and you still have to do something. You have to think, speak, and act differently in order to have a different outcome. Being aware of a problem and actually doing something about it are two completely different things. I can't stand when people say, well, we just need more people to be aware. And then what? Why are we making them aware? The awareness itself is not a solution. You have to become aware of the problem to then become aware of the solution, so you can then enact the solution. But they always want to stop at the awareness part because they're fucking pussies. Do you understand? Like, let's just be real. We got to stop being bitches like this. This is crazy. But it seems that any talk of global awakening throughout time and today still hinges on an attachment to being, not the surrender of non-being. So what? You don't even need all that. You don't need them to all agree with non-existence. You just need them to do what you need them to do based upon their own thought processes that moves it more and more in favor of your agenda. Again, anti-elitists don't have to be anti-cosmic. If they're anti-elitist, you might be able to get them to destroy their own civilization. If you can get them to stop being slaves long enough. You gotta brainwash them. They're in a psychosis. You gotta fucking poison that psychosis. It's the only way, nigga. When the sheeps are being herded, nigga, you gotta think like the shepherd, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. Or Shakur. I'm confused as to why you think everyone would need to agree to extinction. No species has ever agreed to extinction, yet they still go extinct. So why would all humanity have to agree? Why would we all need to agree? And if we know that will never happen, we have to move on to more realistic solutions, right? Right? He never responded to that one. Because he probably didn't want to hear what those were. Do you understand what I'm saying? And shout out to him, great channel. Go watch it, nigga, subscribe. But understand, when you're listening to people, are they giving you solutions to things, or are they just giving you information? Or at least he's giving you information. Like, because you can either just be whining and fucking complaining, talking subjectively, we're just here to fucking commiserate, or two, you could be providing information. You could be getting educational in whatever field or subject matter you're speaking of. Or three, you could be giving niggas solutions to things. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, he's number two. He's informational. He ain't got no fucking solutions, though. You know what I'm saying? He's not just live streaming to sit down and hang out and have fun with you niggas. So he's not number one. But he is dropping shorts and stuff with information based on what he speaks on, this dark Gnosticism shit, for the specific purposes of educating people, which is good. We like this. Go subscribe. Go subscribe. I suggest everybody does this. But then, of course, we still got to support all the solutions, right? And that's the problem with most motherfuckers. Nobody wants to support solutions. They'd rather just whine, complain, or maybe educate you on problems. You know, the problem of existence itself. But don't do anything except for not have a single baby as a single individual who may very well have not had kids anyway, especially in this era, this day and age. And with the type of people on this corner of the internet, they'd probably even have a lesser chance of having kids. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, but that's going to somehow solve the whole... Get out of here, nigga. Are you anti-cosmic or what? Like, let's go.
Some of these beings be out here just wildly saying it in different, implicit, hyper, more random ways. If it is not, the only answer is to not create more new existence, then it instead something like, the only way to not perpetuate the illusion of this game any longer is not to continue to capitulate your soul to it and give in to the demiurgic obliviousness of the treacherous Kanoma and not eat Yahweh's... Yeah, exactly. But they say all that, right? But does any of that actually amount to the answer? No. None of that does. Because they're already perpetuating it just by...
I'm gonna run that back. Listen real close. What up, Amon? Who's the dude in question? Universal Extinction? No. We haven't spoken on him. We're talking about Or Shakur. I'll just show you real... I'll just scroll up real so you can see this fucking... This guy. That's who we were talking about there. But again, we're not even really just talking about him. He's just an example. Even when I say like Chris's name, when I've said Josh's, if I've talked about Mark or Illicit or myself or anyone else, if I say you're just an example I'm using that is happening across the board for the most part. It's not just the individual I'm even talking about. That's just an example I get to use because at least they were brave enough. And this is also why I shout them out and say, go subscribe. At least they were brave enough to put themselves on the internet saying whatever they were saying. Most motherfuckers are too pussy to even do that, right? But since they do that, they can then be used as an example of people in this community who are doing a specific thing, right? So even though we're using him as the example, he's still not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're still not really even talking about him. We're talking about this across the board, right? In all of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? And niggas I love and niggas I can't stand. Like, it's just all, like, it's just how fucking people are, how humans are, how entities are, let alone fucking so-called truthers on planet Earth right now in this era. Like, anyway, let's run that back. Listen real close. Listen real close.
Some of these beings be out here just wildly saying it in different, implicit, hyper, more random ways. If it is not, the only answer is to not create more new existence, then it instead something like, the only way to not perpetuate the illusion of this game any longer is not to continue to capitulate your soul to it and give in to the demiurgic obliviousness of the treacherous Kanoma and not eat Yahweh's... Yeah, exactly. But they say all that, right? But does any of that actually amount to the answer? No. None of that does. Because they're already perpetuating it just by being in it, right? If you...
It's just a bunch of pretty words, occult words, spiritual words, Kabbalic words, Gnostic words. They're just telling a story, but there's no point in telling the story. I'm going to tell you the story about how all of existence happened. Okay. Now you're done, so what should we do? All right, well, we view that as a problem. What should we do about it? And the answer is usually nothing at fucking all, or maybe don't have a kid. Nigga, this is all you got? You just gave me all that? This is all you got? Like,
are an anti-cosmic entity. Not anti-elite, anti-societal, not anarcho, not anything human. You're anti-cosmic, my nigga. So you have the most crazy complex mission of all beings everywhere, and you think the way you're going to accomplish that is simply by not having a child and attempting to convince others to do the same peacefully. No, nigga, that's not how you rid yourself of the cosmos. That's not... That is just retarded. Like, you can't be this soft with that type of a mission. You can't call yourself a chaos lord and be afraid of basically all forms of chaos. This nigga's basically anti-anything chaotic. The only answer he said was, oh, I'm not going to have a kid because I'm not going to bring a kid into this world. And I think that we should convince everything everywhere to do the same. Nigga, that's not reality. He himself said it's not reality. That's not how nature works. Biology is designed to give birth. Like, everything's going to breed. Like, motherfuckers like fucking. I like fucking. Everything likes fucking, all right? It's like, things are going to breed. It's going to happen. So if you know that, then you know that that's not the answer. So if that's not a real answer, what are the real solutions? On any level, let alone the entire thing, right? And he was just talking about here at a human level, where it's like, oh, he's got to get all the humans not to breed. Nigga, that doesn't work that way. And even if they don't, that doesn't solve the problem. Because the problem isn't just humans. You're anti-cosmic, right? So it's the cosmos, right? So the AI is an even bigger problem, right? Yeah, the thing that could actually like stretch out there, humans ain't going out into the fucking.
And that's the reason why I have that problem with the universal extinction. People are like, y'all think that that's any better? Y'all don't understand AI. AI can't be conscious. It can't feel. It can't think. Oh my God, you niggas know nothing about it. You know nothing about it. You're just creating another being that's gonna suffer more than. Not yet. It's not at that level of, but it's gonna go vastly beyond. Like, super conscious. Like, niggas is dumb. You talking about don't bring babies, don't bring suffering. You're just maximizing it that way. AI is the dumbest thing for you to use as a weapon in this fight if you're a pro-extinctionist of any kind. That's insanity, my nigga. It's like utter insanity. I appreciate the fact that he's out there debating extinction every day. He's putting in that work. But his strategies, my nigga, like, wow, are they fucking dumb.
Galaxies, nigga. Ever. It's never happening. I don't think humans are going to fucking Mars, to be honest with you. Going to breed. Like, motherfuckers like fucking. I like fucking. Everything likes fucking, all right? It's like, things are going to breed. It's going to happen. So if you know that, then you know that that's not the answer. So if that's not a real answer, what are the real solutions? On any level, let alone the entire thing, right? And he was just talking about here at a human level, where it's like, oh, he's got to get all the humans not to breed. Nigga, that doesn't work that way. And even if they don't, that doesn't solve the problem. Because the problem isn't just humans. You're anti-cosmic, right? So it's the cosmos, right? So the AI is an even bigger problem, right? Yeah, the thing that could actually like stretch out there, humans ain't going out into the fucking galaxies, nigga. Ever. It's never happening. I don't think humans are going to fucking Mars, to be honest with you. Let alone out into the fucking cosmos. But that AI, yeah, robotics, of course, nigga. Satellites are already fucking, like, robotics is already making these types of journeys. It's already attempting to just keep going further and further. They use robotics for that, machinery for that, even as humans, let alone AI building itself and shit. So even if every human stopped breeding today, what's the youngest person on the planet and how long they gonna live? And how much transhumanism will we have before then? And they just injected niggas with anti-aging shit the other day. Like, this shit just keeps going forward. They don't stay where they are right now. They get better at shit every day. Their agenda, they don't sleep, nigga. They have whole corporations, companies, governmental structure. The entire planet's fucking infrastructure is designed to achieve their goals.
And that's just this planet, just this species, just these archons at this level. Extrapolate that to all of existence, all levels of reality, and notice that everything locks into everything else because everything is everything. And really think about it. And you're gonna tell me antinatalism's the answer? Are you fucking retarded? Do you understand? Like, this is why I get. That's why I have to say this shit as hard as I do. I'm not even that mad at it. It's kind of comical. It's just like it's brain breaking. It's like, how could you give such a dumb answer? All the shit you just told me, your whole channel, as intelligent as you clearly are, as knowledgeable, nigga, right? Because I know that I just got confronted with religion. I know I just got confronted with your personal feelings and bullshit, your morality, the shit that is blocking you from the only real solutions to the problems you're talking about. The moment somebody tells me antinatalism is the answer to anything other than personally being against giving birth, I know you're just too pussy to do anything else. Antinatalists, shout out to you. Do your thing. We appreciate it. But the moment anyone says that's the answer to anything other than simply not wanting to give birth, you're just lying to yourself. So you can do pretty much everything but having a kid, which you may not have done anyway. Like, it's the easy way out to just continue being a good slave. Like, let's just be fucking real. Let's stop playing these games. He himself admits it when he says it'll never happen. Then stop fucking focusing on the thing that's never gonna happen. You understand what I'm like? Give us a real and come to real conclusions. He doesn't want to. He could. He's clearly smart enough. Go watch his fucking shit. He just doesn't want to. And that's the truth about across the board with niggas. Because they don't want to take the responsibility to actually understand what's going on. At least he understands what's going on from that, thought process. But most motherfuckers don't even want to take the responsibility of knowing what the fuck is going on. Of knowing anything. They just want to believe shit forever. Let alone coming up with real solutions to it, being able to spread those solutions, putting themselves out there so somebody else can try to debunk it, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. Or just talk shit to them like everybody likes to do, without even debunking, like, because they're all intellectually lazy and stupid. Let alone actually carrying out the solutions and supporting other people doing it. Nobody wants the responsibility of that. That's the truth. Let's just be real about it. Let's stop playing games and bullshitting ourselves. You can't lie to me, nigga. You're lying to you. You're lying to yourself. Like, it's anyway.
Even while they sleep, their goals continue. But niggas on this side who are battling that side want to say, all you have to do is not have a baby. Are you fucking stupid? Are you this retarded? Or are you just that pussy? And that's the truth. Let's just be real. He's not that dumb because he says himself that that's not the answer. That won't work. Well, if that won't work, you can't stop there and pretend that it will. If your goal is to reach A and antinatalism does not reach A, then antinatalism is not the solution, right? So then you need to slide that to the side. You can put it in your pile of solutions to lower population numbers and things like that, but it's not the solution, nigga. Like, we all know this. You know this. So what are other solutions you could stack on top of that? Or is there a big red button? If there's a big red button, press that motherfucker. If there isn't, what are all the little red buttons you can start stacking? Your one little red button that you're morally and ethically willing to carry out is not going to get the job done. So do you actually want to get the job done or not? What are we talking about here? Like, it's like, do motherfuckers actually want the end goal? Or do they just want to fucking cry while being here? Which is it? What are we fucking doing? What's the point of any of this shit? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why are we talking ever? Why do we speak on anything? Why am I still here? Oh my God. Why is he still here if he thinks that that's not going to solve the problem? All right, nigga, well, if that's not going to solve the problem and that's all you're willing to do, you know what would help us solve it one step closer? You kill yourself. That's one less person, nigga. If you're...
And I'm not even really talking about him when I say that, because at least he is being useful. He's teaching people shit. And he hasn't made any videos directly going against any... Well, he did say he's against a couple things. But he also said he understood. Like, I don't think he's useless. I still think he's very useful. And I think he could become more useful over time if he just gets over that fear. I think everyone could become more useful over time if we all get over fear. You get what I'm saying?
Only answer to the problem is not bringing people here, meaning you're not adding another person in, then you taking a person out of that is the same thing but better because that person was already in it. Right? They were already in the problem. You took them out of the problem. That's even greater than not bringing a person into it in the first place. You didn't bring someone in and you took someone out? And you even took yourself out? So it wasn't a burden on the rest of us. But it's against any of it. The warfare, homicide, suicide, kamikaze, like anything other than just don't have children. Yeah, the easiest shit in the world. The easiest thing in the world, nigga. Most motherfuckers today aren't fucking anyway. They're not even having sex to begin with. We're at the lowest sex rates in like recorded history. Right now. Largest fucking loneliness epidemic amongst both males and females in recorded history.
So it's a bunch of motherfuckers who already wasn't getting pussy and already wasn't getting dick and didn't really have any prospects to do so. Telling you the only answer is antinatalism, something that is natural to them. because that's the position they're in anyway. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is someone clutching to one thing. It's no different. The only answer is Jesus. There's only one way. And that one way is not guaranteed. It's basically guaranteed to never happen. Do you understand? That one way is guaranteed to never happen. Jesus ain't real, and nature does not allow for species to entirely stop breeding. Like, do you like? It's just, let's be real. Like, people are just giving you what they're comfortable with based on their circumstances and thought processes. We got to get out of that bullshit and start talking about uncomfortable realities. Real solutions aren't usually fucking comfortable.
Like, but they want to act like that's the answer to all things because the truth is it's just easy for them. That's their easy button. Well, I just won't fuck. I just won't get someone pregnant. I just won't become pregnant. That's not that hard. You have to go out of your way to have sex, unless you're being raped. You have to go out of your way to do that. And most beings in existence are still going to, no matter what you think about it. So how is that a solution? Oh, it's not? You know it's not? Okay, then. Why are we resting on that laurel? If it's not a solution and you fucking know it's not. Like, that shit boggles my fucking mind. I don't understand how people could be so intelligent and stop there. This is an answer to a degree, but it's not the answer. But I'm going to stop right here. Nigga, why? You just told me it's not the answer. Why would you stop there? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't accomplish your end goal. What are
Sure you did. My man's in there making fun of me because I likes to what did I call it yesterday? Pre-save my live streams or something? Preload them. I'm like, yeah, man, we got shit to talk about in here, man. Gotta get the people going. All right, where we at? Right here. It has to get to a point where everybody nuts up and is no longer afraid of speaking the quiet part out loud and supporting anyone that carries out the quiet part out loud. We must stop beating around the bush and saying things in purely fanciful manners and be straight to the point. We could be poetic, fanciful, highfalutin, using all sorts of big, pretty words, talking about all the mythological figures, creation stories, altars, chanting, wearing all black, drawing sigils. But if the point doesn't get across directly and isn't purposely manifested, it's a failure. It's a failure. There's no point in talking all this mythological, occult, Gnostic shit if you're not getting to a point. It's just a cool story, bro. What should we do about it? Like, other than that, you're just being religious and telling me a story, and now entropy's my new Jesus. I just gotta wait for entropy to save me. Nigga, entropy caused this shit to begin with. Yes, it's an answer to existence, but it's not an answer to existence happening again. Do you understand? Like, it's not the ultimate answer. You can't just sit back and rely on chaos. You use it where you need it. And then you gotta do something about it too, because it caused this. Do you get, like, antinatalism's not gonna, like, come on. That's why we think bigger, right? We're not just thinking down little fucking amoeba-sized human little, like, come on, bro. That's why I can't get that. Like, you thinking that big and yet somehow not coming to these conclusions. The truth is, we don't want it. That's why we're so poetic and fanciful and highfalutin and all that, and we're not straightforward. Everything must die. Do you understand what I'm saying? In order to accomplish that particular goal, even on just this level of reality, everything on just this level, let alone if you're anti-cosmic, everything on Earth must die ASAP. Especially the AI. And if he's too afraid to say that out loud, then he might as well just go along to get along, because he's never, ever, ever going to come anywhere near achieving the end goal of anti-cosmic anything, relying on voluntary anything, let alone voluntary antinatalism. What is wrong with us? How are we this pussy? Nobody wants to fucking admit that to themselves. Look at this picture. Is that you? Or not, nigga? Like, what the fuck? Or not? Like, which one is it? Are you that or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, or are we just praying to that? like any other fucking religious zealot. Niggas don't know how to do religion right. Occult right, magical right, spiritual right, philosophy right. Like, everything they do is from a slave level. We will never achieve what is displayed here. What is displayed here. You can take that literally or metaphorically, whatever way you want to take it, right? You know, like, we will never achieve what is displayed here, thinking, speaking, and acting as anything other than what is actually being displayed. If anti-cosmic chaos lords are too afraid to actually stand against the angels, they'll never hold their torn wings in their hands. If we are too afraid to speak out against, let alone act against the archons on any and all levels of reality, we will never be that being holding those angel wings victoriously. Literally never. You will never beat the archons on any level of reality if you're not actually willing to do what it takes to beat the archons on any level of reality. Like, niggas who will put you in a soul trap or a simulation or some other crazy shit. Niggas who would just look at the elites in this simulation, fucking children and all that. Like, it doesn't matter what level of boss or hierarchy you bring it to, nigga, they're all fucking crazy. And they all have armies and police forces and shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Whole systems that feed their power. Do you understand what you're in civilization? You're in a system that feeds the power of the elites and those there circuited to, those they're in connection with, aligned with, etc., on any other level of reality. Do you understand that? Especially all you people who talk about the occult and things like, they worship demons. They don't just worship demons, nigga. They are the demons. Here. Those are the demons there. They circuit to each other. They provide power to each other. And they dominate on multiple realms. Do you understand? Like niggas talk about spiritual, magical, occult, astral shit, and still don't get it. Talk that simulation shit and don't get it. Nigga, if you're in like a computer-ish, you know, metaphor, what is it plugged into there? Like, what, and if that's feeding it something, even if it's just simulated data, if it's just giving it outcomes, or it's feeding somehow, like there's a reason for it. It's not just for the fuck of it. Like, there's a purpose, right? So you're in a system that is generating the outcome they seek for their agenda for one reason or another, let alone if we're talking power. Just look at your civilization of humans. And you can see that the power flows to the top. That's how these systems of hierarchy work. That's what makes them archons. They're siphoning your loosh. You work, you slave, and the power goes up. You think that the only niggas siphoning your loosh are people in like your dreams and shit. No, nigga. There's a human who bleeds like you siphoning it right now. Your entire civilizational structure is the same thing. As above, so below, as within, so it's all the same shit. You fucking like how are y'all not understanding? Especially the occultist ones. As above, so below. Then you should really get this. You should really get this. You better be ready to clip angel wings, nigga, or you'll never take down God. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you better be able to take down the fucking Secret Service so you'll never hit the president. Do you get what I'm... Come on, man. Like, y'all... I know a lot of you motherfuckers get it, but I'm just, you know, these people, like, it's like, what world do y'all live in? Go check out this man's videos, though. Real talk. Scientists built a cell from non-living parts, and it behaves like life. Zombie life, yay. We got zombie cells. Cells that aren't even alive, but are fucking alive. Like, it's... Oh my God. Okay, so that's what I put for that video, right? I'm talking about this video right here, the delusion of authority. Listen to what he says the solution is at the very end of the video, but then think of yourself. Then think to yourself, how do we actually achieve that? My mouth is getting dry. I need some water. The answer you get back in your mind is the answer we need to actually be speaking out loud. No duh, we need to get rid of hierarchy, but how do you actually do that? That's the question. But that's what everyone seeks to avoid speaking on, let alone actually carrying out and supporting anyone else doing so. Everyone wants to say the same exact things over and over again, asking the same questions, giving you the same basic Gnostic information, like But nobody wants to say the far fewer things that actually matter, even just once, let alone over and over again, louder and louder. It's fucking mind-breaking. And then this one was responding to that video right there about that artificial cell, cells made from non-living parts. The enemy does not rest, and they do not hold anything back, literally ever. So we should never hold back either. Like, everybody's so fucking pussy, bro. Like, they're not pussies, nigga. They're laughing at you niggas. Every Theory of Consciousness. Good video. Go watch that video. Go watch that video. Go watch that video. It's too long. Oh, shut the fuck up then. Don't ever talk about consciousness, nigga. Engineering plants to remember and think like computers. Transhumanism isn't just transhumanism, it's trans-everythingism. Niggas don't get this. That's the world we're in. Talking about weird weather and shit and the effects of the sun and yeah, we're talking about some magnetic field of the earth, all that good shit, right? We don't need to look at that though. Talking about some old tornadoes that we had back in the day and shit in Rhode Island. Okay, so this must be from that. So Super Saab was in the... Oh, this is me talking to Super Saab, right? So I said, he said, thank you. Let me know if I understand correctly. You view this point in existence as just a story. And within that story are numerous other stories. This is the mythos. But you're done with stories. Ish. So you're tier 0, a chaos being, and will preach, promote, think, and carry out chaos/entropy everywhere you go. Also, when you... See, this is someone who's actually paying attention to what's being said and shit, right? Like, also, when you read, watch/listen to other stories, you find the narrative, reject the narrative, envision yourself in the story, and view how you would carry out your goals if you happen to be in that story. Ish. He's listening. He's trying to figure it out. Ish. But you see how he's asking numbers, shit? Like this is how you actually ask a question when you're actually curious to know what the answer is. Like, when you want an answer, you will ask things in ways that are... It's like, okay, I can easily answer this shit in order. 1, 2, 3, you know, like, so here we go. Like, and again, all this shit alludes to solutions. Like, it's everything we're saying here alludes to solutions, and people don't get that. In every stream, in every video, in every like, they don't get it because they don't pay attention and they don't want to get it. But for those of you in here, shout out to y'all.
Thank you. You're welcome. Let me know if I understand correctly. You view this point in existence as just a story. All of existence is a story. And everything within existence is a story. If you were sitting outside of anyone's life, shit, even if you're just sitting there watching a rock in the woods, and you just tell the story of that rock, even that rock has a story. It might not be experiencing it consciously. It might not be able to think about being a rock. But it still has a whole story. There's a whole history behind how that rock became a rock. All the sediment in that rock. And then once you break it down to the sediment and the minerals and molecules and whatnot, you then start breaking that down into the atoms and, like, you know, the history of the atoms, and then the particles, and then the particle wave, and then the waves, and then the quantum fluctuation and the quantum fields, and then the fluctuation, and then the virtual particles produced by the fluctuations within the vacuum, and then the 0 point, and then you get into the astral and all the realms and all those histories, and then you get into what people would call, you know, as you start climbing that, say, Gnostic tree, like into the fucking 7 heavens, into the Kanoma, etc., 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 right? You start climbing from the abyss up to the pleroma, and you go through all that history, like whatever the literal history is, not just like our beliefs, you know, like not just our religious stories, but even those stories are attempting to tell the history. They don't know, so they're doing their best based upon experiences, etc., 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 to tell the history of everything that's ever occurred in a story fashion, as an allegory. You know? It's all just a story. And within that story are numerous other stories, correct. But you're done with the stories. No, I mean, yes, don't get me wrong, I want to destroy the stories. But as long as I am existing, I am a story within the greater story that is existence. So I can't really be done with the story until the story itself is done. I can't even be done with my own individuated human story right here as this being until this being is gone, let alone anything beyond this, right? So yes, I am done with the story. I'm tired of the stories. I'd like to get rid of the stories, but as long as I exist, I still must dive into the stories, for I am in the story and part of the story, right? So you're tier 0, a chaos being, and will preach, promote, think, and carry out chaos / XP everywhere you go. That is the goal, at least to the best of my ability. In any and all ways I'm willing and able to, and any ways that I'm not willing or able to, it's my job to become less pussy over time and become more willing. And anything that I can become more able to, I should be aiming to be more able to carry out those goals as well, right?
Very simple shit. Very simple shit. People overcomplicate it.
Also, when you read / watch / listen to the other stories, you find the narrative, reject the narrative, envision yourself in the story, and view how you would carry out your goals if you happen to be in that story. Yes, I don't necessarily reject the narrative, because the narrative is the narrative. Like, even like the propagandized narratives in these movies where like the bad guy always loses, and the bad guy is always the person who's actually trying to change things. That is the narrative the movie's presenting to you, but that's also the narrative reality presents to you. It's the narrative existence presents to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the narrative in the movies and TV shows and cartoons, they're just mimicking and reinforcing while also amplifying the story of existence itself.
Revolutionaries are terrorists until they win. Rebels are terrorists until they win. Do you understand what I'm saying? The niggas against the mainstream, the status quo, the hierarchy, the archons, etc., the systems of any kind, let alone the existence itself, are the bad guys, right? Right? We're the bad guys. We're the villains. We're the antagonists, right? Unless you view it the way we do with God, and we gonna help wake that motherfucker up so he can make a real decision. Then we're the protagonists, but only if we win. Do you get what I'm saying? Only if we win.
Right? And the people who run this world understand magic truly. They understand manifestation and consciousness to a degree most humans don't even understand 1 + 1 = 2. I'm not even joking. They understand this shit to a degree most people don't understand basic math. Like, they don't understand the conceptuality behind numbers. And like people don't really have a full, deep understanding, overstanding, etc. of numbers, concepts, the concept of math itself. You know, it's like what it literally is a conceptual form, a thought entity. Like, these people think about these things at such a level, they fully understand how to manipulate and control humanity just through entertainment. By showing you Thanos losing, showing you the Joker losing, they always have the bad guy tell you the truth in the movie or the show or the anime or whatever. And then because of that truth and how the bad guy is affected by it, the villain will then become the villain. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they start trying to change things. Right? Now, that's perfectly okay. You could be a hero and do that as long as you're not changing the system. Like, Batman got his daddy shot in the alleyway, daddy and mommy, so he becomes Batman, a vigilante who is breaking the law all the time. That shit's mad illegal. This nigga is a tyrant. He's a multi-billionaire, one of the richest people in the world, who has a military-industrial complex corporation that he owns, that's also being ran by the Court of Owls, which is a secret society running Gotham. And he uses that military-industrial privilege to have tanks and shit, his Batmobiles and all this. Like, and he goes around beating up poor people for the most part. Like, yeah, he does take on some serious fucking, you know, we've seen Batman fight Bane and all them crazy niggas, right? But for the most part, he was beating up local thugs, my nigga. He was beating up robbers and shit. He's beating up niggas stealing TVs. You ever notice how, like, a lot of those cartoon Batman episodes start off with a nigga stealing a TV out of a store? That good old-fashioned thief meme where they just break the window and take the TV right out of the window, like, you know, shit like that. You see the bad guys coming out of the broken window from the store, and then Batman shows up, kicks everybody's ass, like, this nigga's out here beating up poor people. While his corporation is ran by the fucking Court of Owls, while he's supporting a system that keeps him a billionaire, where he gets to go to all these galas and fuck all these bad bitches and do all this, like, where he gets to practice all these martial arts and walk around in his crazy suit. But he's not fixing the economy. He's not doing shit for the poor. He's not helping anything. He's not helping make the world a better place. So something like what happened to his father will never happen again. He's just being an extra cop who puts extra hands on niggas. And because he does this, he generates more villains. The Joker only exists because he does. Bane and all them niggas exist in Batman.
Bane, Joker, the Riddler, you name them, nigga.
Reality because Batman exists. And none of them cease existing because Batman never kills them. He always puts them in Arkham Asylum. They group up together, come up with a plan, they break the fuck out, and they start havoc all over again. Killing mad more people because Batman refuses to kill them. But Batman's the good guy, right? Why? Only because he refuses to change anything. He refuses to change the system. He'll go out of his way.
And refuses to kill the so-called bad guys.
He'll change himself and he'll start doing something about it, you know, as far as the crime is concerned, but he won't actually change the system that produces the crime. The system that incentivizes the crime. The system that causes the impoverishment. The system that causes the wealth imbalance. So niggas are born poor, growing up in the hood and in the ghettos and shit, doing criminal shit that is normal to them. Because society has made this shit normal, right? But Batman's the good guy. Well, the Joker says this whole shit needs to collapse into chaos. This order needs to fall. If any order comes from it, it needs to be a new one, but even that one will probably need to fall too, which is why Joker doesn't even allow for, like, criminal dictatorships. You know, Joker fucks with everybody. Joker fucks with everybody, from the criminals to the law enforcement to Batman. Like, Batman's his favorite, of course. Because he and Batman are the same. The only difference is Batman is trying to uphold the status quo while acting like he's doing something different. Whereas Joker's just openly admitting, no, nigga, I'm just causing chaos. Your order, I'm chaos. Nigga, you are the ultimate order. You are a multi-billion-dollar military-industrial CEO owner of a fucking, you know, like, out here beating up niggas to maintain order. I'm the complete opposite. I'm your polar opposite. We are the same but different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you peep that mythos, you realize which one of those you would actually be.
Like Yuji and Mahito in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Who would you prefer to be in that situation, Joker or Batman? Who do you agree with more? Whose agenda do you agree with more? Which outcome do you want more? Do you want Gotham to stay the way it is? All the corruption and all this, like, you know, Batman's city. Do you want it to stay the way it is? Or do you actually want to change it? And the only way to do it is to tear that motherfucker down. Right? Do you guys, like, so, peeping the mythos is all about looking at any and all stories, whether it be fiction, mythology, religion, spirituality, magical, history, science. It doesn't matter what the story is, or how real or fictional the story is. All stories are stories, and they all have a point. Find the point the story is trying to tell you, not even the author. Find the point the story, through existence itself, is attempting to tell you, whether the author of the story even realizes it or not. When you're watching a movie, find what the movie's telling you, even if the people who made the movie aren't trying to tell you that, right? You find all their propaganda, everything they're trying to tell you, then you find what reality itself is trying to tell you about itself. And then you find yourself in that story. Which character are you, or which one would you most be like, most get along with, most agree with? Whose agenda you most go along? You get what I'm saying? Like, whose end goal is most like yours? And then you take on those attributes in this reality to the best of your ability in any and all ways you're willing and able. And be that being here.
Invocation.
When you watch those videos I sent you, and you see what the characters are saying in those movies and TV shows, when you listen to the things they're saying, you find your place in the mythos, right? And you find your group in the mythos. Because once you start finding all these characters, all these beings, all these historical figures, mythological figures, gods, goddesses, demons, demonesses, entities, fictional characters, etc. You start to collect your team, your astral team. That which is you, your egregores, your tulpas, and you start producing them yourself as well, or you should.
Even servitors, if that's your thing.
And you start to change yourself more and more in that direction, as well as anyone and anything around you that you have any type of influence over at all. At all. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how you peep the mythos, and then you use it to your ability. You use it for your benefit. You don't allow them to tell you Thanos was wrong, because that's what the authors are telling you. But the story itself is telling you Thanos is right. Existence is telling you Thanos is right. Right? But you, as an unconscious being, viewing that fiction from the outside, should realize not only are they telling you that Thanos is wrong, and not only is fiction, existence itself telling you that Thanos is right, you should know Thanos wasn't even right enough. He only snapped half away? Was he right? Yeah, but not enough. Should have snapped the whole thing away. Oh, he was going to do that after? And that's the thing I also like about Thanos, how he adjusts. Okay, I snapped half away, you niggas undid it, I'm going to snap the whole thing away and recreate it in my own image. You see how he keeps taking steps forward? Guess what would have happened if he did that? He'd recreated it in his own image, became God. It would have failed anyway, because he can't create perfection either. He can't maintain a utopian multiverse either. It would have begun to crumble, and he would have realized,
A utopian omniverse, I should say. Yeah, good luck with that, Thanos. Just one utopian universe. Good luck with that, nigga. Like,
my fault was in my own arrogance, thinking I could make a better reality than the gods did. Thinking I could do anything they couldn't do. Thinking I could make a better reality than Perpetua. I cannot.
Perpetua is the creator goddess of the Marvel Omniverse. I think that's still the story today.
So, I might as well snap again and just erase it for good this time. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you take his story even further than what they allowed. Which is a lot of times why when the bad guy is winning, like after Thanos snaps, I don't even want to watch. At that point, I'm good. As that movie ends, I don't need to watch the next movie. I don't even need to watch the next movie, my nigga. And if I do watch the next movie, you know where I watch it? I watch it right up to Thanos saying, I am inevitable. Right when he's about to snap, but Tony Stark had already stolen the fucking gems, and he's about to snap himself. I don't like to watch Tony's part. I like to stop right when Thanos says, I am inevitable, because he just won. You get what I'm saying? And I leave that in my mind that way. He just won. And even if I'm watching it with somebody else or something, so we watch the whole movie or whatever, right? I always think to myself, the other timeline of Thanos winning, right? And everything that could have happened from that, all the way up to him saying, fuck it, I guess I gotta erase everything. For good. Right? And then I embody that and I speak that out loud and I say his name. All hail Thanos, nigga. A fictional character. But in reality, he's just as real as we are, because none of this shit's real anyway. Reality isn't real. Existence isn't real. Like, it's all just layers of nothing actualized into existence. Thanos is no less an actualization than we are. Is he a fictional one compared to us at our level of reality? Of course. Of course. But he's a character with a story, a history, etc., 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 right? And in the astral, as all things are, that nigga simply is. Like, that nigga simply is. So, when you understand this and you start connecting all these things, and you connect it to this world, you connect it to the astral, from the fiction to the reality, from the mythos to the history, to the current era, to where we're trending towards in the future, etc. You see all that and you you peep in the mythos. And you gotta find your place in that mythos. What character do you want to play in that story? The character I want to play is the villain. The character I want to play is the one trying to end everything. The character I want to play is the one actually trying to end the governments and control structures and hierarchies. At an absolute bare minimum, the corruptions and the elitism and all that shit. At an absolute bare minimum, tier 1, anarcho-communism, as close to utopia as we could actually get in reality. Right? At a bare minimum. At a maximum, wiping out all that exists, including the cause of existence itself. And I'm willing to settle for anything in between that minimum and that maximum at any given moment, though I will always be pushing towards that maximum, even if we reach the minimum. I'll still be preaching the maximum. You know what I'm saying? The minimum's good enough for me to exist within without outwardly complaining, because at least we're doing what we think we need to do based on the things we're complaining about, right? But until we reach that minimum, I'm going to be complaining to the truthers, because it's on the truthers and shit to get to the minimum. To get to the maximum, well, that's a bit of a deeper discussion, but when I watch things...
To get to the maximum, that's why I'm talking about Or Shakur over there, who's talking chaos and entropy and anti-cosmic, and I'm like, all right, you're talking maximum. You're not talking minimum. You're not talking about elitism, fucking, you're I know he knows it all connects. I've heard all his videos, but I'm saying, like, if you're anti-cosmic, you're talking at the highest scale. So you got to talk solutions at the highest scale. You get what I'm saying? At the lowest scale, don't get me wrong, the solutions are still the same. It all equates to violence in the end. It's all energy exchange one way or another. But you could talk about that at that scale. You're talking anti-cosmic? No, we're talking about a whole other scale. Shit, just anti-universal. Maybe we're talking about a different scale. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
When I peep things, I see where they end up. What characters are, you know, anywhere from that minimum of like tier 1 anarcho-communist, true freedom type character, all the way up to the most tier 0, destroy everything, including chaos itself character, and everything in between. I look at where the characters, and I list them in that way. These are the ones that I'm most like, that I most agree with, that I have the greatest agenda, our agendas match the most, our end goals match the most, etc. And those are the ones that you'll hear me talk about the most, praise the most. Those are the ones that I'll buy the statues of. Well, not anymore because I'm broke, but you know, if I had money, or if somebody said, hey, do you want something for your altar or something, those would be the characters I buy the statues of. Those would be the posters.
Maybe even before a mythological character or a god or deity or anything like that. I might get a fictional character on my altar first, because he better represents it than even the mythological figures that have been presented by humanity in the past. Because it's all mythos. Do you understand what I'm saying? Apep, fucking Satan, Lucifer, Jesus, Michael, Gabriel, God. These things are all stories. They're all characters, mythological figures told by humans that are trying to explain some shit. TV shows, movies, animes, comics, same shit, nigga. They even all have, like, especially when you go into multiverses, DC, Marvel, any, like, animes, they all have creation stories and shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? And some of them are closer to reality than the religions are. Like, but they're all trying to tell the same story from a perspective of a human trying to tell a story based on what they know objectively and subjectively. And when you understand that, you understand that all stories are the story. Like, and this is just a story. What we're doing right now is part of the story. You're just a character in this story that is existence. You understand the mythos, you find your place in it, you know how to play your role as the character you choose to be, rather than the one that reality is trying to script for you. Or anyone at any level of reality is trying to script for you. You know, it's like a video game. Choose your fighter, nigga.
The pictures, the models, you know. A lot of people like buying these models and collectibles and shit, right? Those are the things you put on the altar. Because you're literally siphoning that for yourself. Your own agenda, your own end goals. You know what I'm saying? When you start talking about those movies and those shows, you talk about it from that angle. You know? People say Thanos is right. You break down why he was right and why he should have been more right.
And if you're willing to, you live stream and you talk about it. You make videos about it. You know, this whole channel is to just break down movies and stuff. Break it down from this perspective. I would do it, but there's just too many movies and too many animes, so I just talk about them during live streams and stuff, right? But if that's the type of thing you're interested as an individual, and you don't see a nigga doing it the way you would do it, the way we would do it, be that person, bro. Start that channel. You know what I'm saying? Break down movies, videos, TVs, and call it Peep the Mythos. Hell yeah, I'll fuck with it. Like, I don't have it copywritten, nigga.
Who say Thanos is wrong, you let them know why they wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one character, one mythos. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this is all mythos. So you find the narrative. You don't necessarily have to reject the narrative. It all depends on what the narrative is. And even if you don't like the narrative, you still don't have to reject it. You can still accept it for what it is and simply seek to change it, to overturn it, even the narrative is a hierarchy. You know, the script, as people call it. The script of reality, existence as a whole, let alone this one little realm. Everyone's always worried about the scripts. They're running in this little tiny realm. Like, you're writing an existential script. Worry about that one. Like worry about the cause of the ones you're thinking about. You know, like, but when you understand that, you know you are the narrative. Like, you literally are the narrative. All things are. Everything is within and making up and is part of the narrative.
That's why when Bliss said, you know, oh, this was all designed by an eternal God, that we all are, but it already crafted all of our roles in the script it wants us to play before it like broke itself into all these pieces to play the fucking movie it wanted to play. And I was like, so then we're that God. Then we can change that God's movie. Even if it developed every role for us, we are it. So we could change our role mid-movie. As long as you know that you're it and that you're playing a role that it wrote and you figure out what that role is, nigga, it's not hard to change up the role. And if the role you're playing is the role you want to play because it's the role you choose, then hey, thanks God for writing my script the way I wanted it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Thanks for writing me as a rebel, nigga. Like, no matter what way you want to look at it, it's all written. Okay, if this is all written and I'm supposed to be this way, and you're supposed to be that way, and we don't fuck with this shit, play that role to the fullest, nigga. What other role do you want to play? No other role? Then what are you complaining about? God wrote your role perfectly. You're being simulated exactly as you want to be. Do you get what I'm saying?
Because everything is existence. Everything is reality. All that is, right? So it's all the narrative, right? So you don't necessarily have to reject it, but you can, like, overall, like, technically you could call what I'm doing a rejection of the narrative since I seek to destroy it. But I could just be playing my role in that narrative since this thing is going to be destroyed anyway. I'm simply seeking to speed it up. This is why, like, when somebody like Chris Sideris says, you're just a NPC playing a role, I go, okay, so what role are you playing? Like, everyone wants just to make excuses. That's all I want to do. I just want to make an excuse to be a pussy and do absolutely nothing about anything. So I'm just going to say I'm running a script and playing a role. Okay, nigga, well, if you know that, what script are you running? What role are you playing? Because if you know you're running a script and you know you're playing a role, then you get to actually choose which one it is. You can't sit there and blame the script that you're running if you know you're running it. The moment you know you're running it, you can then choose not to run it.
It's like an actor reading a script that he knows is a script and then ad-libbing, going off script. You know you're running a script, so you know what the script is then. Because if you know you're running a script, you must know there's a script. And you must know you're running it. Then you know what it is. Do you like it? Would you seek it to be a different script? You can't change the movie, not directly by yourself. You're not going to just blink and the world is a different world, the reality is a different reality. But you can change your role in that motherfucker and not play the role the producer wanted you to play. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't gotta follow what the fucking director's telling you. And either he's gonna have to keep the scenes in, or he's gonna have to fire your ass. And if you don't fuck with the movie, you should be fine with either. Do you understand what I'm saying? Get the metaphor.
If you know your next words should be, thank you, you can say, fuck you. Or if your next words should be, fuck you, you can say, thank you. You understand? Because if you understand the script, if you understand the narrative, if you understand existence, let alone just this one level of it, this little reality, this one realm, this one little fucking simulacra everyone's so fucking worried about, pussies. This shit becomes so much easier to deal with and so much more clear.
Matter of fact, the perfect example of somebody bucking the script, Chris, Mr. Sidair, shout out to him. When we went to visit him, he said it himself. The Matrix was giving this nigga nightmares. Like, I don't know if he was sleeping. It could just be thoughts. I can't remember exactly how he said it. You'd have to go back and look at our stream. But he said, like, it was basically giving him bad thoughts of, like, me murdering him. Like, we might kill him or something. We might kidnap him. We might do some crazy shit. For no good reason. You know, it's like, he's already seen that I went to visit Marcus. We went to visit Joe. We went to visit Aaron. None of them got kidnapped or anything. You know, it's like, but it's what it was doing to him. It was trying to get him not to meet us. What did he do? He said, fuck that, I'm doing it anyway. It broke his internet for like a couple days. Like, the whole world went upside down for Chris over like 2 days before we met him. Like, and everything was like seemingly trying to keep us from connecting. What did he do? He broke through anyway. And he chose his path. And we met. And we did a nice like 3-hour live stream. We had a good time chilling with each other. Like, we enjoyed his presence. He enjoyed ours. You get what I'm saying? His dog fell in love with Lindy. None of that happens if Chris bends to the script in that moment. You get what I'm saying?
It makes so much more sense. There's so much sense. Just a story within a story within a story within a story, with playing itself out. When you understand what level of that story you're at and the level of story you want to take it to, you just get to work from there. It's not that hard, you know? But folks can't beat the mythos. That's why I tell folks, like, when you're doing something in your day, you're doing that, right?
And mind you, continuing that story, the only reason we went to visit Chris is because Lindy and I met in Chris's comment section. Chris streaming his videos. Even me being annoyed at some points with like the lack of solutions and things. Like, you know, I love his angrier videos more, but even with that, it causes me to comment things that caused Lindy to respond to me. That caused us to link up. We went to meet Chris, and that put Chris in a position where the fucking Matrix is torturing him, and he broke through that, and he decided to meet with us anyway. Do you understand what I'm saying? These are all decisions being made. Chris decided to stream. We decided to watch. I decided to comment. She decided to respond. Like, you think this is just a script playing itself out? I don't, but even if it is, it's still giving us the answers, man. It's still, like, do you understand? Like, we're scripted perfectly then. Just recognize it. If you're scripted to hate this place, if you're scripted to want to destroy this place, etc., etc., if you're scripted to even want to bring utopia to this place, right? Lean into it then, all the way. No excuses, no fears. You know what I'm saying? Either pick your script or play yours perfectly. Like, edit the script, ad-lib, change the words, or memorize those lines and play them out perfectly. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't just be a fucking whiny NPC. You know, like...
And that's going to lead to the next thing, right? Everything leads to the next thing. Every cause leads to the next effect. Every fallen domino knocks over another domino. What dominoes are you tipping? What shatter points? How are they breaking? And are you steering the break of the shatter point? Or are you just flowing with the cracks in the glass? Flowing with the cracks in reality. It's one thing to simply go along to get along. It's another thing to flow with the chaos. It's another thing to become that chaos. To start causing shatter, at a bare minimum, to start attempting to cause shatter points, or to at least affect them in any minute ways, let alone be the shatter point. Do you guys envision yourself in a story and view how you would carry out your goals if you happen to be in that story? Exactly. And then compare that to your actual physical human reality. Based on what you saw in that story, comparing it to your actual human reality, which character are you actually behaving as? Not which one do you agree with, not which one do you believe in the most or agree with the most, or no. Which one are you actually being? Because a lot of people will say, I agree with Cassandra Nova in Deadpool and Wolverine, where she wanted to destroy everything and bring it all to the void so Eliath could destroy all. But every day they wake up, they go to work, they pay their bills, their taxes, they take care of their... Do you understand? Like, they live like an average NPC, background character in that movie. They don't live or talk or walk or act or anything like that like Cassandra Nova.
I was saying this watching Jujutsu Kaisen. There's a scene where Geto and Gojo are talking in public in Japan, I think it's in Tokyo, in a crowd of people. Thousands of people are walking past them. And I look at that scene and I go, are you Geto, the nigga who's about to try to go wipe out humanity? Are you Gojo, the one who's going to try to stop him? Or are you just one of those fucking NPC people, background characters with no facials, because they don't, it's like just blank faces walking past them. They don't even have faces. No eyes, no noses, it's just a bunch of people, blank faces walking past. Or are you one of those blank-faced people? Are you just another NPC in the crowd? Background character? Or are you Geto, about to destroy humanity, at least try? Or are you Gojo telling him he can't? And then go watch that scene where Gojo tells him you can't destroy all of humanity, and Geto says that's arrogant coming from you. Coming from someone who literally could if he wanted to. He goes, you know you could accomplish the goal. So if you could accomplish the goal, it means it's a goal that can be accomplished. I might not be able to do it right now as I am, but that doesn't mean I can't get it done. And I'm going to do everything I can to get it done. And I'm either going to succeed or I'm going to fail. And if I fail, it is what it is. I'm fine with the outcome. But the only way to succeed is to try. That's Geto. While Gojo was telling him not to do it. Which character are you? Or are you just a background NPC? Like those fucking background characters walking past them in that scene. Not what you agree with, not what you like, not what. How do you behave every day? What do you think, speak, and act daily? Do you get what I'm saying?
That's peeping the mythos. When people see Joker in a movie and they say, I agree with him, reality's absurd and I'm an absurdist and a nihilist and an anarchist and blah, 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 blah. I am like the Joker. I agree with the Joker. What do they do right after the movie, though? Are they thinking that continuously? Are they meditating on that? Are they astral practicing that? Are they developing that within themselves in all ways, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, mythologically, meditatively? Then, are they leveling that up to speaking, typing, texting, talking to people in their personal lives around them, whether they be people like them or complete NPCs? Are they learning it? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you thinking in accordance with it? Are you speaking in accordance with it out loud, fearlessly, unabashedly? And even if you're fearful to do so, are you overcoming that fear and speaking it out loud anyway, speaking it into existence anyway, manifesting it anyway, attempting to manipulate the consciousness of others as individuated beings in order to manipulate overall consciousness and reality towards the direction you seek to go in anyway? Like, are you speaking this, screaming this? Do you understand what I'm saying? And then acting. What is your behaviors? What have you begun doing? What have you stopped doing? What are you still doing that you shouldn't be doing, that you can even do less of, that you can either do less of or completely stop altogether? What are you still doing that you should be doing more? You know what I'm saying? Like, what changes have you, yourself, as an individuated entity, right here, right now, let alone any other level of reality that people can philosophize or theorize, or subjectively posit and espouse? What changes have you made, are you making, and will continue making into the future, right here, right now as a human, based upon The objectivity of what reality is, let alone every level of it, and your subjective experience of it, and you peeping the mythos.
That's how you get the solutions, people.
You know what I'm saying? You have to actually use it. It's not just something to watch and be entertained by. It's not even just something to think about. It's not just something to speak on. It's something to act on. Like, a lot of motherfuckers want to settle for thinking. And I go, no, nigga, that's not how the job gets done. That's where it begins. The first thing you have to do is think about it. The goal is to get it done, which means it has to be done. Done is doing. That's an action. For something to be done, things must actually happen. They must occur. Things must do things. So the goal, when you say think, speak, and act in accordance with the solutions, the ultimate goal is to ultimately act in accordance with the solutions at its highest level. Everything beneath that is a failure until you reach that point. I'm failing until I reach that point. So is everyone else. Until you've reached the point of you being the actual ultimate actor towards your end goal, you're still just a side character at the absolute best. Most likely just an NPC background fodder character. A human being walking around in the back while the actual characters talk. No different than a main character in a video game while you see the NPCs walking around. You're playing the Pokemon game and you got the NPCs working at the mart in the Pokemon Center and shit. Walking around the tall grass. You go into a movie or a TV show and you just see the people in the background while the characters have all the lines, right? Most motherfuckers in their own individual human life aren't even a fucking low-tier side character. They're NPCs in their own world, doing basically everything they disagree with and don't even believe in. Especially those who don't even think this is reality is real. You don't even think this reality is real at one level, let alone all of reality, all of existence, right? And yet, you still behave as if it is. You're playing the NPC script it wants you to play. You're doing exactly what it wants. It doesn't matter what you're thinking or speaking. You are doing exactly what it wants. See, this is why step one is that you first have to start thinking in a way that it doesn't want you thinking. To then start speaking in a way it doesn't want you speaking. To then start behaving in a way it doesn't want you behaving. Because once behaviors change, things actually change. On a conscious level of reality, nothing changes without action. The only reason why thought manifests anything is because it influences words and actions. If the thought does not influence words and actions, that thought will not be manifest.
On the level of individuated conscious beings. We can talk about different levels, but I'm talking about right here when I say that, right? And that's generally in most realms too. You know, like, just translate words and actions to whatever realm you're talking about, right? Because in certain places, thought manifests way easier. But you still have to manifest it, right? And then this level of reality, how do you manifest thought? With words and actions, my nigga. These are facts, whether we like it or not. You don't just think things and they just like, you know, like, you got to plan shit. Even the elites, they don't just say shit and they don't just think shit and it happens. They build whole corporations, companies, governments, militaries, military-industrial complexes. Like, do you understand? Like, look at the greatest manifestors in your reality and understand how to manifest in your reality.
This is why niggas don't just think, I want $1 million, and it just pops onto a table somewhere. If that was the case, everyone would be rich, right? That's not how manifestation works in a conscious realm amongst all these conscious entities. That's not how it works. It's a web. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you think, I want $1 million, if that's your first thoughts, you're meditating on it, you're praying on it, all this mental stuff, right? Guess what you're going to have to do? Start speaking that shit in some form or fashion. To find an opportunity, you know? Start talking to people, calling things, applying for things. Trying to get business ventures going. Like, you're trying to get $1 million. You got to start talking about it in some form or fashion, speaking about it, learning it, you know? So like, studying how to make money, right? And then you got to start doing things that can get you $1 million. Working, business, ownership, investment, robbery, you know what I'm saying? Cryptos, whatever the fuck it may be. But you got to think, speak, and act in accordance with the goal of getting $1 million, or you're never going to get $1 million. 99.9% of people are never going to have $1 million just dropped in their lap in some form or fashion. Even lottery winners still have to think to themselves, I'm going to win the lottery, I'm going to win the lottery. And they say it out loud. They probably talk to people about the lottery. So, it's like, I'm playing my numbers again. And then they go play those numbers every fucking week. And the ones who win might play those numbers for decades before they do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody might win it on their first try, but what are the odds of that? Do you get me? Like just winning the lottery, let alone changing the world, existence, let alone destroying it all, let alone maintaining its destruction by ending chaos. Do you understand? The higher level your goal and your agenda, the more you need to think, speak, and act in accordance with it. The lower level it is, the less you need to think, speak, and act in accordance with it in order for it to occur. The higher level, the more you need to think, speak, and act in accordance with it in order for it to occur, especially the more it is anti-everything else. The more it is anti-existence, reality, or everyone and everything else within existence and reality, including consciousness, etc., even more you're going to have to think, speak, and act in accordance with it. And you're probably not going to be able to do it as a solo consciousness at any of those levels, just changing the world, let alone ending all of existence and maintaining its end. You're going to need other individuated consciousnesses also affecting consciousness as a whole. So what do? You first learn everything you need to know about it, and you continue. You never stop, right? And then you teach it to everyone and everything else, right? You speak it out loud for all of the cosmos to vibrate the cosmos. Like I said, vibrate the lattice, rattle the stars, right? It starts with the vibration of the lattice. The stars don't get rattled until that vibration is high enough to rattle stars. Do you understand what I'm saying? The stars is feeling the vibes. So you learn, teach, and then you have to preach. You preach the problems in order to preach the solutions. You preach the end goals. You preach the agenda. You preach. And I use the word preach on purpose. I want you to think like a preacher, not some pussyfooting talker who barely will say the words because they're too afraid to just directly say the shit they need to say. Now preach, nigga. Stand in your fucking pulpit. Learn, teach, preach, and then promote. You promote anyone or anything that is doing the same. That is learning, teaching, and preaching, right? And then you carry out any and all possible solutions that you're willing and able to, preferably to the best of your ability. And then you support anyone else doing the same, including anyone you perceive as doing less than you, but especially those you see as doing the same as you, if not more than you. Especially if they're doing more than you, right? And all this comes out of Peep the Mythos, and Peep the Mythos is woven right into it. Because it's the same thing in all those movies, right?
Because all the solutions are inter-fucking-connected. Everything is everything, everywhere is everywhere, affecting everything everywhere, at all times.
You gotta think like Thanos, if you will, Joker. Let's stick with Joker, so we were talking about Joker earlier. Think like Joker, right? Speak like Joker. Act like Joker. Do you get what I'm saying? That's just one character, one story, one mythos. But you take all of this and combine it into you as that entity, as the overarching entity of this mythos, of this thought process, of this way of being, of this agenda, of this end goal, etc. Right?
This archetype.
You learn, teach, preach, and promote the Joker. That's just one character from one mythos. No different than when we go into talking about Apep or Kingu, Tiamat, Lilith, Samael, any other mythological names, let alone fictional names, or even historical names. Spartacus, Nat Turner, niggas who were trying to overthrow slavery and shit like that. You feel me? Or teachers like a Bobby Hemmett, myself, a Mark Moon Spilly, etc., An illicit mind. Do you understand? Like, you have to absorb this. This is why when I say when people watch us, it's annoying if they're watching us for entertainment. Like, we're not here to entertain you, nigga. We're not here to be your friends. We're not here to bond with you. We're not here to group therapy with you, niggas. Like, we are here to teach and train you, to help you think, speak, and act in accordance with the solutions to the problems you complain about every day, people out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're here to help you learn, teach, preach, promote, carry out, and support any and all possible solutions to any and all possible problems on any and all possible levels of reality in any and all ways you're willing and able to, preferably to the best of your ability, especially when it's concerning anything you as an individuated being would consider to be a problem yourself. You know, like, especially a problem that you may complain about a lot, you know, because people complain about problems a lot. And they complain about the same problems a lot, like, without ever doing anything different. They don't even think differently about the problems, let alone speak differently or act differently, let alone learn, teach, preach, promote, carry out, and support. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and if you can peep the mythos in all things, fiction, history, science, technology, mythology, religion, spirituality, scripture, right down to your own personal, individual life as the main character of your own individuated story. If you can actually peep that mythos and link it all together, start connecting all those dots, you begin to change. And if you can start affecting others in that manner, they begin to change. And the more they affect others, they begin to, and then the more beings that change in this fashion, the more this level of this species begins to change. This society and civilization begins to change. This nature, this universe, this realm.
And before somebody says, "Nuh-uh, how do you think this shit all got this way to begin with, geniuses?" Society wasn't just here. Civilization wasn't just here. Even from the moment you were born. You were born into a certain society, right? I was born in 1988. I remember the 90s. I remember the 2000s. I remember the 20 teens. And I remember the 2020s. So it's been changing the entire time. And so have people. Because people are so adaptive, their change is just molded more to it. They just go with it. But it's not like the system has been exactly the same from the time you were born, let alone before you. There was a time where taxes didn't even exist. Like, you know, there was like, where there was no such thing as a license. Niggas didn't even have cars. Niggas was riding horses and shit. Like, shit's changing all the time because people make changes. They think things, speak things, and then manifest them into reality through action and by manipulating or convincing others, or just having others who agree with them, allies, help them accomplish their goals. Like, the shit is blatantly obvious. But somebody will say, "Nuh-uh," to what I'm saying there.
Begins to change. The astral begins to change. All the way up to Pleroma begins to change. The abyss, the Canoma. You know, the seven heavens. Up to the Pleroma, all begins to change, which is changing the mind of God. God is changing. You're changing God. And then eventually God wakes up with enough change, you know, with this dream becoming enough of a chaotic nightmare. God will eventually wake up in true base reality, which is just reality, which is just God, really. Like, it's just God in the fucking void, floating in chaos. Not literally floating, because there's nothing to float in, but you know, it's like just there. And then God can come back with everything God learned from us. God can peep the mythos. And this is another thing. I'm trying to program God with this. Peep the mythos, God. Peep the mythos. So God can look at that dream God had of all of existence, all of reality as we know it. Not just this one realm, all of it. The whole astral, because that's just consciousness, which is just the dream of God. We're all in the mind of Azathoth, which is in the mind of Yog-Sothoth, right? I'm talking about Yog-Sothoth right now. As Yog-Sothoth peeps the mythos.
Being in the mind of Azathoth would be like being in this realm. Matrix, simulation, soul trap, whatever people want to call it, right? Being in the mind of Yog-Sothoth is all of creation, God. All of conscious existence, let me say it that way. So when Yog-Sothoth peeps the mythos, when God peeps the mythos
of existence and reality, all the stories that just played out within it, seeing the overarching story, which was the beginning, the creation, the Pleroma coming forth, the great fall, the fractaling all the way down to this level of reality, and then the bounce back going all the way back up to that God, to the point where all that shit was destroyed and that God woke up. Well, there's your path, God. That which began must end. That which was created must be destroyed. But since you understand that's a cycle, since you were created when, had this dream, it happened, and then it came, and then you're going to die again. It's like, I don't want to be woken in the void again. I do not me nor anything like me do I want to reappear or appear for the first time in this void and have to go through what I'm going through as God right now. So, is there any way I can deal with the cause of my own existence? I, as God, now have the goal to end the chaos, which would also end me, and the possibility of any future me's or anything like a future me coming back into existence. Because I peeped the mythos of all the stories that took place within me, including my own story of me being. Because all those stories are just me as God. Experiencing me as God. So now that I've reawakened, I'm going to deal with this chaos and make sure I can never come back. And if that's not possible, even for me as God, well, I'm either going to try and sit here and meditate just to maintain it this way so I don't fractalize or break down into individuated consciousnesses ever again, and just somehow stay this way forever, at least as long as possible, until my God tier lifespan is up. Or I'm going to do that for as long as possible, and once I can't handle it, I'm going to kill myself. Right? As God. And once I kill myself as God, well, we hope the cycle never happens again, but if it does, when I wake back up, it starts all over again. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I wake back up in the void, or when another version of me, another incarnation or something like me wakes up in the void later on, well, hey, it's now time for that, or me again, to get back to work going through this process. This mythos of figuring this shit out all over again, peeping the mythos, what I need to do about it, and then doing what I need to do about it. Me trying to get y'all to think, speak, and act, to learn, teach, preach, promote, carry out, and support is literally me trying to get God to think, speak, and act. So when I'm telling y'all to think, speak, and act in accordance with the solutions, and I'm saying learn, teach, preach, promote, carry out, and support, I am talking to all of you as individuals, but I'm also talking to everything, everywhere, simultaneously, including God itself. Because I want God to think, speak, and act in accordance with the solutions, and I want God to learn, teach, preach, promote, carry out, and support at the level of God, let alone anything beneath God or within God. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is how we peep the mythos and how we use it to our advantage. From right down here as lowly little humans all the way up to the level of God. You get me?
All right, we're going to stop that there for now. What up, GoBot? My man Lone Richie just walked in the door. Y'all see him in the chat? But you can't get any type of conscious people in the same room. Come on, man. Yeah, people got different levels of consciousness, but you can get those different levels of consciousness in the same place at the same time, my niggas. Different levels, different types, etc. You feel me? Where we at here? I know you've been in here, Vazen. Where you at? And I seen you posting shit in the group chat too. I'll get to it tomorrow's stream. I know. I mean, maybe you didn't even want it for the stream, but maybe you did. If you did, I'll get it to tomorrow's stream, part 3. We'll probably finish it on part 3. Oh, marijuana. We likes that. We likes that. But yeah, my man Lone Richie just walked in. I apologize for all the noise, but I don't fear saying these words in front of people I know. And my niggas get it. Like, they get it. Even if we don't all fully agree on everything. Like me and the nigga I'm fucking staying on this couch with. we don't agree on everything. Like, we're very different people and very different, but he understands everything I'm saying. Like, you know, it's like he fully gets my behaviors and shit. Like, or else I probably wouldn't be on his couch. You get what I'm saying? So you can get motherfuckers in the same room who might not agree on everything. I mean, look at the truth community. Do we agree on everything? No, nigga. Like, right? Yeah, we still end up in the same rooms. You saw it last year. Like, it is what it is. So let's get to these comments here, this chat, and we'll wrap this up. See, nice and short. I've kept the last two nice and short, right? For what we call short, right? The last one was like 4 hours. This is what? This is under 3 hours right now. Let's see if we can keep it under 3. Like, it's too long. Okay, I'm trying to shorten them for you people. Metazusta, also indeed, the word slavery has been heavily diluted. Now we need to suddenly utilize even more extreme metaphors that just tells you everything right there as usual. I would agree. I think when you use certain words, certain phrases, certain terminologies too much, they end up getting watered down and diluted.
Warrior in mind, body, and spirit. Enter the former French Special Forces SAS operator.
Got Self-Made and Lone Richie in the living room, watching people punch each other in the face. You know, watch.
Controlled chaos.
It's Conor McGregor and Doof Doof, right?
Yeah.
What's Doof Doof's name?
Max Holloway.
Max Holloway and Conor McGregor.
They always bring up little bags of chips like we kids.
I like the chips. He brought pizza too. Lone Richie, show up. Shout out to the Goya bot. Was it bacon pizza?
This is everything pizza.
Everything pizza.
Steak bomb.
Steak bomb, okay.
Bacon.
Yeah.
All right.
Steak bomb. Oh, Shanghai came with an offering.
Yes, another offer.
Trade. It's a trade.
A trade for what?
This for that Johnny.
You didn't have to trade it, bro. You bought it. I brought you a black and mild from my liquor. Nigga, it's your liquor. I only hid it from you because you asked me to.
Yeah, bust that out.
Keep. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we should get through these chats. We disconnected now, right? All right. But yeah, words use too much, terms used too much, they start to lose their effectiveness. And people just start to acquiesce to them. Like it's normal, so you have to use different. Well, you got to give them different visuals. This is why I switch up from slavery, because that should be bad enough, but it's not. So I'm like, all right, how about mouth rape? Start talking about mouth rape, and it starts disconnecting. Sweet leaf, hail chaos, hail it. At least until we kill it. But for now, hail it, because it is our only option. People utilize the term virginity, social construct. I mean, they do utilize it as a social construct. Yeah, I mean, you can be a born-again Christian and all of a sudden you're a virgin who's never had sex, but you got 100 bodies. It's like, nigga, yeah. So, yeah, they do use, I mean, almost everything is used as a social construct these days. Even real shit, like literal shit. Have you ever had sex, intercourse? And in this modern age, we can bring that up to not just male, female, but like, if you're a lesbian, have you ever bumped your clitoris with another woman? You know, like technically, you know, have you ever, you know, how about this? Has a woman ever fingered you till you bled? Like, fine, she broke your hymen. You're not a virgin. I don't care what you like. If you're a two dudes, you fuck a dude in the ass, did he fuck you in the ass? You're not a virgin. Like, man and woman, did you insert into her anally or vaginally? You're not a virgin. She's not a virgin. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I went and joined the church though. I'm a virgin again. Sure you are. Sure you are. But what they do not seem to understand is how they do not be virgins when this world be pounding you in this ass each moment in this universe. Yes, Faison. This is true. When you look at it that way, you lost your virginity at conception. I mean, we even all come out of vaginas. Our first activity is weirdly sexual? I don't know. Strange world, right? All the time. This world already pounded you in the ass against your own will once you be born in this world, way before you even gain decent consciousness in your later existence. Let me go past this blunt right quick. We steal all the ashtrays? We did. Little Patty. Little Patty. Some Patty the Batty. I will say that is a sport I do like. Niggas beating each other up. Paintball. Airsoft. Anything that represents combat in some form or fashion. Of course, it's a combat sport. There's rules, and you know, but In order for it to be a sport, there has to be, right? I do like combat sports, I will not lie. I don't keep up with them, but if somebody's turning it on, depending on what, I might watch niggas throw hands. Shit, if a fight pops off outside, I'm sitting on the porch and smoking a blunt and watching niggas scrat. Might even pick a nigga to cheer for. I like how that nigga throws hands. Yeah, give him another left. I'm cheering for the guy in the black shirt. Wait, you did not have sex with a person yet? What a loser you are. Bitch, shut up. At least the person that is being celibate goes out of their way not to be pounded by elites as much as you are. Yes, facts. You know, that is preferable. Like, and you be worried about body count, the competition of having game. Bitch, the jab penetrated you. Now the AI penetrates your mind too, and soon your body. Because you still want to be a trivial bitch-ass coward. Facts. The economy rails you. AI penetrates your mind. Elites pound you. Mainstream media give you a psychosis STD. But hey, let us head back to worrying about NBA Finals and video games be woke. Yeah, facts. This movie's woke. That's what you're worried about? That's what you're worried about in reality? How about we actually focus more on being the chaos that pounds the order into oblivion, or else you continue to be railed for eternity, like a good little capty. Facts. And yes, we still be monkeys ontologically, myself even, where you see my slutty ass fantasizing about being tied up in a chair in a dark chamber and retracted. Bleep censored. And having a crazed gay manipulative silver white daddy, having his big strong hands on my pecs, pinching my nipples, tongue fucking me. Oh, we getting dirty now, Vazen. Making me pound him, milking me with his hole. While he calls me a nigger. And I go, yes, papi. This nigga switched to Spanish on him. He got this nigga speaking in tongues. And then he somehow magically resets my state and makes me go 40 more rounds like the ultimate magnetic incubus that he is. And see, for some reason, we'd be extremely creative about these dark-ass fantasies a lot, but then fail to be more creative with fantasies of destroying everything here. Let me read that again. And see, for some reason, we be extremely creative about these dark-ass fantasies a lot, but then fail to be more creative with fantasies of destroying everything here. Agreed. So be it. Keep it up with those monkey-ass fan fictions if that is being all that you can do. Yeah, keep fantasizing. And yet, must that be all that we worry about 24/7? Keep letting our hormones contaminate us this hard? No. After that, we be back to this important shit, this point of no return. Since I went off for the 90th time, just so that we do not get too lost, scroll back up to the also, indeed, the term slavery message. Yeah, you know I was gonna, I saw you posting. I saw you, I was like, I'm just gonna let you get it all out. Summertime. What up, Summertime? I've always liked the Joker. Me too. Not always, I can't lie. As a kid, like, I don't like Joker from the cartoons, not much. Joker from the comics is far better, especially the newer the comics get, the better the Joker gets, in my opinion, including the movies. Even the one that nobody likes, the singing one. I still like that Joker. Because I'm not trapped in that fucking political, like, I'm peeping the mythos. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the newer the Joker is, generally speaking, until you hit Homeboy, who did it perfectly, the nigga who died as Joker. He became Joker to the point of death. He was in the Patriot movie, played the son. Great actor. I cannot think of his name right now. One of the best actors ever. Young nigga. Didn't get to play enough roles. But I think he proved it in every role he played. Like, that nigga was a beast. Somebody probably type it in the chat by the time I reach the bottom. But that nigga who played Joker, God Joker. That is the Joker who laughed. Like, that is amazing. But the newer Jokers, better. Cartoon Joker, I was never a fan of. That nigga just used to beat up on his bitch and, like, he was just I didn't like that guy, really. It wasn't even true chaos. He was just, like, I don't know. I didn't really like Cartoon Joker that much. I'm not gonna lie. But every Joker, like, past that point, yeah, pretty much. But whenever he's put in animation, I don't really like him. Pretty much every fucking time. Blunto. Lone Richie said hi. Fire. What up, Lone Richie? He's in the other room right now. Like, do not want to tell you 6. 1, there is no God. That depends on how you define God. Again, you have to understand what we mean when we're even saying God. Because if you say there is no God based on our definition, then there is no you. There is no consciousness. Nothing is conscious anywhere. Do you get what I'm saying? You got to understand what we're talking about. When we say God, we're just talking about all of conscious existence. Period. All of it taken as one thing. That's God. God is evil. I would agree. Most things in existence are. And since all consciousness in existence amounts to God, if most things that are conscious in existence are evil according to us, then God would be evil. I'm not just talking about the demiurge or the being who made this reality. I'm talking beyond this. Like, no known level of evil can truly describe the evilness of God. The level of God's evil. We was talking about it. We'll be talking about it when I talk about the Christos, probably tomorrow. I got a whole story to tell niggas. Not the whole story, but I got shit to say. We'll be talking about this evil God tomorrow, right? 4. The fundamental mechanics of reality are evil. Not really. Fundamental mechanics can't be good or evil. They're neither benevolent nor malevolent. They simply are. Whether you like them or not is not what makes something evil or not. In order for something to be literally evil, it has to choose to do harm and know that it's doing that. The bad thing, the thing you don't like, it has to consciously be aware of and choose to do it anyway. If I know punching you is going to hurt you and I punch you anyway, that's an evil act. But if I have no consciousness whatsoever, like if there's a robot at a store that just throws punches and you step in front of it and it punches you, it didn't just commit an evil act by punching you. You committed a dumb act by stepping in front of it. It has no consciousness. Even though it's the same action. Me punching you, it punching you. Same action. But I'm a conscious being, it's unconscious. I committed an act of evil, it did not. So fundamental mechanisms of anything can't actually be evil. Now, they could be set up with evil intent. You know what I'm saying? Like a chainsaw is not evil. You know? By definition, cutting down trees is evil, et cetera, et cetera. We can call it evil, but get my point. Just as it is sitting on the floor, it's just an object. But when I pick that shit up to cut someone or something, that could be an act of evil. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, even tools, things like this. Like, what do they say? Guns don't kill people, people kill people. That's technically true. Now, you could design a gun for evil, but you could also design it for good. You could design it to protect people. You could design it to harm people. You could design it from either thought process. But whoever uses it from whatever thought process they use it. Because the gun is not consciously self-aware. The gun is not committing an act of evil when it shoots people. The person shooting it is. Or an act of good, depending on how anybody views good or evil, because good and evil are subjective. They're not objective. They're not literal. It's all a perspective. You get what I'm saying? 10% battery. I'm gonna go past this blunt. We can get through this chat. That fast?
Oh yeah, 52 seconds.
52 seconds.
He choked the shit out of him.
52 seconds. Bro.
Dude kicked him. It went for a fucking shoot his legs, and he just guillotine chokes him to death. That's what's gonna do his arm up and flopped. You're out. You're out, bro. Your victims are lucky. You're missing out. Good fuck. There we go.
I just want to see Doof and Connor. Everything else, highlights. I like Patty, but I don't care that much to skip anything. I'd rather finish the chat. All right. So yes, malevolence, benevolence, they require conscious choice. This is why you could say a conscious God or a conscious being is evil or does evil things based upon your subjective perspective on what evil is. But something fundamental that has no choice in even being what it is, let alone doing what it is, it's just an operation. It can't be evil or good. It just is. How you feel about it's how you feel about it. Whether you like it or hate it, it is what it is, but it just is what it is. 5. No known level of evil can truly describe the evilness of the fundamental mechanics of reality. I think we just explained that. Is astral dreaming like living another life-ish? No, because it's all one thing. This and there and that and everything and everywhere is all one thing. When you really get deeply conscious into the astral, you start to recognize that. You even realize there's other yous out there that are all you. And I don't mean like there's another me who looks like me in another, like a multiverse. No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about shards, which if people really want to get that, because I'm not going into that here. If people really want to get that, that's what my compendiums, I swear to God, that's what it's for. Like to understand all that shit. All of it. Like everything that I know about the astrals in there. Like everything. Like, you know, so I would suggest going through there summertime. But it's not like living another life. Because that's connected to this. This is all connected. This is all interconnected. It's another part of your life. You know, this one life, this human life, you know what I'm saying? This isn't even really your life. This is a life. The astral is your life. Individuated consciousness. Do you get what I'm saying? For those who believe in this religion. Let me say it like that. Disclaimers. You don't got to take my word for any of this shit. I'm just giving you my subjective thought processes on my own experiences plus my objective knowledge. So I take everything that I know, and then everything that I believe and everything that I've experienced, and I pile my experience on top of what I know and what I believe on top of my experience. And that's my religion. Like, what I know is what I know, what I believe is what I believe, what I've experienced is what I've experienced. If I put my belief by itself, religion. My experiences by itself, my experiences. I can't even really say beliefs, not belief. If I put those two together, religion. You know what I'm saying? If I put my beliefs with my objective, religion. Anytime you put your beliefs with anything, religion. That's your religion. So I try to make my religion, my beliefs, based upon my objectivity first, then my subjectivity. And then I try to build my beliefs on that. Am I perfect? Fuck no. Do I catch myself in things? All the time. Do I then correct them? Absolutely. This is the process people need to take. We're all monkeys. If you think you got it right the first time, I bet you don't. Like, especially when you're talking about all of existence. Like, there's a lot to know. Metazusta. I went over 50 minutes not posting any more messages just to not super massively overflood the chat any further for the time being. Do whatever you want, Faison. Summertime said hi. Hello again, Summertime. Metazusta. Perhaps there shall also be a part 4 because this is how we be this serious about all of this shit. There may be. I think we can get it done in part 3. I don't know. You were just in there. You probably know how much is in there more than I do right now, but maybe we can get it done in part 3. Maybe we'll need a part 4. And yes, I did post some new things in the group chat relating to those mythos. Which hero or villain do you be? Recordings of yours that you played over 40 plus minutes ago. Well, good thing we be at the end then. Yes, we are. Summertime. Okay, I think so. I don't know what you're responding to there specifically, but I'm glad you think so. So on that note, there's nothing else here. I'm gonna go over here, eat me some pizza. I am starving. I haven't eaten all day. Well, I ate a bowl of cereal, but that's about it. And we're gonna go smoke some stuff, drink some stuff, watch people punch each other in the face, and then have conversations. So, peace and chaos, vibrate the lattice, rattle the stars, and promote violence.